Welcome to the fourth Hot Wheels stream, baby. I'm turning myself up a little bit here. Can y'all hear me better now? I think y'all can hear me better now. Welcome. Looks like we did have a little bit of a oopsie there on the track. Our boy got stuck on the side. Welcome to the Hot Wheels stream number 4. Let's get all set up for our next one here. Quite a few spinouts there. I was surprised our Ford GT didn't end up dominating that race. We have made some improvements to the back of the track. I know I've been saying for like ages I'm going to get bungee cords. I still have not had a chance to get some bungee cords. But we did redo the back of the track so it's not so chaotic. We got these nice little foam bricks for everything to sit on now. I've got something really cool to show you guys today. We have new cars on the scene. We have a Porsche. What is this guy? I don't even know what he's called. Porsche 911 GT. We have the GMA T50. He's pretty cool looking. And all of these are courtesy of the Loey Stromboli. That's right. Thank you, sibling, for sending me all these wonderful cars. Yeah. So the first race was not. I wanted to christen these guys on stream. So that's our Lambo. These are all the fancy ones. This is the Porsche 911 Rally. Guard dog, garden, guard dog. God damn it. That's not supposed to be in this playlist. That's funny. I don't think y'all want to hear about guard dog, garden. Fucking get rid of that. There we go. Okay. But yeah, we're checking out all these awesome new cars. We're gonna get to race today. I'm so excited. Next up we have the Aston Martin DB4 GT. We'll just shoot. That's gonna be another Aston Martin on the track. Now we're gonna have 3. Next we have the McLaren Speedtail. Love McLarens. They're very, very cool looking. I think I might be able to get y'all a little bit closer to the action. Here, let me do this real quick. Because I know the closer the better. There we go. Now we're cooking. Oh my gosh, look at that. Now you guys can really see it. Hi Lily, over on the YouTubes. Thanks for popping in. Make sure we're caught up on everything. Next we have the Lotus Spirit S1, which is really cool because we have another Lotus floating around here somewhere too. We also have the Bugatti. This 2016 Bugatti Chiron. Right up there at the front where he belongs. Now this guy is cool. This is our first F1 addition to Hot Wheels Fritos Racing. We have a Lotus F1. And last, but certainly not least, we have the Koenigsegg Jesko. You guys know how much I love Koenigsegg. That's our second Koenigsegg actually now as well. So we're going to get these brand new racers all lined up on the track here. Very excited to see their debut races and who will be the king of tonight's race. All right, so here's how we're gonna do this. This is gonna be its own little mini series. We're gonna see who the top dog is between all of these competitors. I think we're gonna have one warm-up race just to make sure the track's good to go, just to make sure we get the wheels all nice and spinning. So without further delay, I'm gonna lose the remote to the treadmill. Haha. Left it over on my desk. Need the weight of the cars in grams so I can start taking bets. Oh my god, yes, I should bring a little scale up here. That would be so funny. But yeah, we switched some stuff up in the back, so now it's like a lot easier when they do get stuck up under the treadmill to get them out from under there. I have my Sour Patch Kid socks on. Oh, there we go. All right, yeah. So we'll do a quick warm-up round or two. I'm also gonna switch things up a little bit on the back side of this guy. I'm gonna put a little blanket over here, kind of in the splash zone, so that way it might cushion the fall a little bit when they do go flying off. Because while naturally they are going to take a beating, they are being used for their intended purpose. I don't want to damage them any more than is necessary. You know, we want to mitigate damage to our new vehicles. Oh, and a rough stall out there from the Lotus, and they are out of here. Alright, going to 2.5 miles per hour now. Oh, the Porsche really struggling here. Goes down. The Bugatti straight chilling. Oh, and they are under the guardrail. That is an instant disqualification for them. And we are left with the Aston Martin. Oh, nope, now we are left with the Lamborghini machine. Look at that, you guys. The Lamborghini showing us how the frick it's done. Ugh. Really rough start to that last race there for the Lotus. Hopefully we can see some better races here from him. I'm gonna give him a little troubleshoot just to make sure that he's working properly here. Here, we'll give him his own little mini race. Maybe the wheels just gotta turn a little bit. Now overall, this series of cars is actually quite light. Okay, it was a fluke. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't gonna be a regular occurrence for them. I want to stress test him. Let's put him at 4. He's hugging that guardrail pretty well, but the problem with these F1 cars is it's just wheel. They can't snag on there like the other cars can. If you notice too, our treadmill's a lot more quiet now because there was a little piece of cardboard that was just dragging along the bottom of it from our previous setup. Alright. This is going to be interesting to narrate too because I don't know the names of half of these cars, so this is going to be fun to learn all these. This one's the McLaren Speedtail. Okay, I thought it said Speedsters. And the McLaren Speedtail, that's what he is. He's very cool looking. Alright, we'll get set back up here. So I do want to do a side-by-side start this time. There are only 10 racers on the track. It was a complete set too, it was so cool. Now, it does seem, for the most part, these cars are fairly light. Like, the Nissan Leaf and, what's this guy? The GMA T50S. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Yeah, the GMA T50, the little orange one. If I had to guess, I'd say the Leaf weighs slightly more, but it's hard to tell between the two of them. But they're very, very similar weight, and as we know, the Nissan Leaf does have some problems because of its lower weight. Now, I do want to say with our recent adjustments to the track that the lighter cars should not have as much of an issue as they have in the past. So let's get all of our racers at the starting line here. I'm going to put the two Porsches together because, you know, birds of a feather. Alright, yeah, it's going to take me a minute to learn all the names of these cars. I know we got McLarens, a Koenigsegg, a Bugatti, but a couple of these it's going to take me a minute to learn. Alright, this is for all the monies. Jumping at 2 miles per hour. A massive crash out. All right, well, here's the thing. We don't need a winner here. All we need is for somebody to go down first. There doesn't necessarily need to be a winner. It's just whoever falls first. This is a sudden death elimination racing series that we're starting with this evening. And our first driver to go down is the Porsche 911 GT. GT2. We're just going to call it the GT. It's fine. All right. Let's see. We're 3, 6, 9. Yep. All racers are on the track. Does look like this guardrail does need another quick adjustment here. I'm still finding kind of the proper tightness that it needs to be, because it definitely they definitely slip under it fairly easily. So we're still kind of in that recalibration stage, if you will. All right, that should be pretty good. All right, let's see who's it gonna be. Who's gonna be the next winner? I'm going to do a quick stoppage there because I am still trying to finagle this water bottle here. Or we won't stop. The treadmill's just like, nah, dog, we're in it. I need to get my bungee cords. Yeah, I'm going to stop it just for a sec. Sorry, y'all. Alright, quick reset. I don't know why y'all get censored so much. I don't know how to fix that. Alright, jumping right to 2 miles per hour now with the pressure back on. That left side guardrail does look like it's all fixed now, and our first Porsche does go down. Both of the Porsches eliminated from this series already. So sad to see. I really like the rims on this guy too. It's got like kind of a nice sporty vibe. Very cool looking rims. But sad to see you go, Mr. Porsche. You can go join your Porsche brother in car hell. Definitely not dramatic at all. Where are my manners? I'm messing up. One sec, y'all. Oh. Had almost damn near 10 freaking minutes of starting soon, and I still wasn't ready somehow. Here we go. We'll get our lights nice and set up here so you guys can see. Oh my gosh, that looks so much better. Get that situated here. So these are like little strip lights that I'm using, and I've got a book that I use to like brace them on the desk. And the book is called How to Become a Federal Criminal by Mike Chase. Alrighty. Anyhow, yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay. We can also switch up the theme of the lighting too. If y'all don't want just white light, we can make it any color. Alright, right to 2 miles per hour. We're going to have even benchmarks for this series. Oh, the Lotus really struggling here. A massive spin out with a reversal recovery attempt, and down goes the GMA T50. We're just going to call him the T50. Our Lotus was really hanging on there for dear life at the end, but they were able to outlast the T50. All right, let's get set up for the next one. So again, we're going to jump right to 2 miles per hour. Oh, and a massive spin out with a recovery at the last possible second, meaning that the Lamborghini does stay in. I cannot believe that. It looked like they were going down, but they barely managed to outlast the Lotus there. All right, we're going back into it. Or lie, actually. I want to break them up a little bit because there's not that many of them on the track now. Don't want to give them too much space. But we also want to give them a little bit of room to breathe. That right side really been comfortable for these racers tonight. Not a lot of issues with a massive, almost stall out, manages to recover it and get hooked on that right side. They're in a nice comfy spot here now. That McLaren up there on the right side, that guy was built for the game, ladies and gentlemen. He is absolutely killing it. All right. Oh, we got a little instability here. little bit of fishtailing going on by the Lamborghini. And a massive spin out. The Lamborghini with a massive recovery. Trading paint with the Bugatti and I think that's a McLaren. I'm not really sure. We're going to 2.5, 2.6. Oh, and a massive spin out takes out our boy there. Such a shame to see him go. I really thought he might have been the king tonight. But here's the thing, old timer. You cannot compete with these young bloods. They just fight too dirty. Yeah, let me refresh myself on some of the names of these that I don't know. So this is the Koenigsegg. Got it. This is a Lotus, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the Lotus S1. This was the McLaren Speedtail. That's the Lotus. Okay. Yeah, I'm still learning the names. It was easy with the other series because we just started with like 6 or 7 in the beginning. A little bit of a stall out there though for the Lotus. Glad they could recover. They really got to watch that front bumper because if they are caught in a hook, that will be an instant disqualification for them. Alright, a lot of stability from these guys though. They're not doing too bad. Lamborghini really struggling tonight though to stay in their lane. The Lotus getting pushed around by the McLaren. Massive, massive. Oh, and that is it for that one. This guy survived. And our McLaren Speedtail is out of this race. We're down to 4. We're down to the Lotus, the Spirit S1, the McLaren, the Bugatti, and the Lamborghini. The Bugatti might have it here, folks. I don't know. The Bugatti's probably like gonna win this. Very, very steady car. Not a lot of issues with stability. Going to 2.7. Let's put the heat on him early. Massive crash out for the Lamborghini. It does go down. That's the end of that one. Alright, and we are left with just 3 cars on the track from our brand new Welcome Series. Who will be the king of the 10? The king of the 10, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's see here. Let's see here. This is fun. I like our new blood race series. Alright, jumping right to 2.6. A little bit of instability there from the Lotus. Really favoring that right side. Trying to find that footing. They might just go down here. I don't know if it's a war of attrition. They're struggling. Does look like they got hooked on a nice spot back there. Going to 3.4. Bugatti slowly careening to that left side. Really favoring the middle. And that is right. The Lotus S1 does go down. Man, that was a close one. Because the Bugatti, very stable, but actively losing that position there. Meanwhile, we had the Koenigsegg Jesko was really killing it there in the front. And then we just saw massive amounts of fishtailing there. Let's see who wins. This could go either way. These are actually, no, I want to give them a nice centered starting position. There we go. Yeah, 2 absolute titans tonight. Very curious to see how this ends. We're going to go right to 2.5 miles per hour. Let's put that heat on early. Bugatti really settling into that left side, but going back to trade paint with the McLaren. Going to 3.4. The Bugatti struggling to maintain that pace though. They are falling back actively. Can they recover? Hanging on by a thread, and then the Speedster does go down. The fucking Bugatti gets it, you guys. I didn't mean to swear. I'm sorry. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, that was the Koenigsegg. My apologies, not the Bugatti. You guys, the Bugatti. The Bugatti's the king. We called it. Your champion of the new 10 on the block is the freaking Bugatti. Look at that. Just look at that nice cherry red paint too. I know it pops a lot more on the webcam, but it's like more of like a dark kind of red. So yeah, thanks again, Lauren, for getting me these guys. These are freaking sweet. It does look like we have a bit of a balancing problem still at the moment with the treadmill. So I'm gonna make a quick adjustment and just kind of offset the weight a little bit here. What I'm going to use, I have not figured out yet. We did just break out some paper though. I had to print some stuff off, so maybe I could like grab a couple sheets here and fold it there. The goal is to do it without letting it grind against the treadmill, though. That's the trick. That's my secret, Mr. Stark. Is I'm always grinding against the treadmill. Y'all, I had a new job interview today. It was with Allied Universal Security. They're in charge of security for a neighborhood not too far from me, and it went pretty well. The lady that was there, her and I went to the same high school. She graduated in 2022, and I was much later. But I don't know. I feel like that common ground might help my case a lot with getting a job, because I definitely want to work there. It would be for swing shift too, which is great for me because your boy is an insomniac and I cannot maintain a normal people's sleep schedule. Alrighty. So we're just about all set here. I'm just going to add this little bit of paper under there to hopefully offset some of that weight. I got about 3 sheets on each side, but I got them nice and folded up. You guys can see that there. So we're going to slip that on under the treadmill here. And that might offset the weight just a little bit more, just so that way they don't go down quite so quickly. Because it's more fun for them to crash out because they're running into each other than it is for them to crash out because they're not heavy enough to stay on the track. That's where it's not fun anymore. Okay, so that should be a little better. We use our Bugatti as a benchmark because, again, these are the series has much lighter vehicles overall. So we'll just pump it right to 4 miles per hour and see how he reacts. Definitely seems like he's a little bit more stable now, though. Yeah, it's crazy. Just that tiny little bit of weight can make such a difference. But it does look like he cannot keep the heat. And that's okay. It was a little bit better, though. I feel like, anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a little bit more paper to offset that one more time, and then we should be good to resume. Finding that kind of happy spot with racing Hot Wheels on a treadmill can be a little tricky. And like so you got your big stuff to get it in the ballpark of where it needs to be, because you don't want it too high, because then they're just going to sit against the thing. They're not going to want to go anywhere. But then you don't want it too low, because then they're just going to fall off. And that's why these lighter cars do have such a disadvantage, because they're just not able to keep up with the current angle versus how fast the treadmill is moving. And I want them to have a little bit of a chance. Hence why we are adding just a little bit more height to our treadmill here. Because like I said, you put your big stuff under it to get it roughly to where it needs to be, and then you make little adjustments with things like cardboard and paper and whatnot have you. Yeah, I was testing out the track today before I hit the go live button, and I was like, so I always knew that a lot of the noise was just like a piece of cardboard or something dragging across the bottom. I didn't really think it was any kind of oh no. I didn't think it was any major issue. But I'm glad I did, because, you know, we don't want anything grinding against the belt. Our track. I love calling this treadmill a track. Alright, cool. Great weather on the track, by the way. Alright, let's do one last big race between all these 10. And we're gonna run it until somebody drops, or until everybody drops, I should say. Hopefully that little bit of angle, I can definitely tell the difference. But hopefully that little bit of angle will give those lighter vehicles a better chance up. The Nissan Leaf trying to sneak his way into there to go compete with these new racers. He's like, let me at him, let me at him. Phenomenal performance tonight, though, from the Bugatti. I think we're missing somebody. I see 8 cars. We're missing 2. Oh. Stand by. Oh no, have they left our reality? Have they warped out? Did we no clip them to the back rooms? Uh-oh. Okay, so I found one. It's the Porsche. Okay, it's one of the Porsches. Was there a blue one? I feel like there was a blue one. There he is. He's hiding. Okay. All racers are accounted for. Let's give him one last hurrah here. The 10 brand new cars, the victor being the Bugatti. Nice clean start, no major stall outs, jumping right to 2.6. Insane crash outs here. We're going to go ahead and do a technical stoppage because several racers did go under the guardrail. It does look like that needs a tightening up a little bit there. So I think we had 2, or was it just the one that went down? 4, 9, yeah, we're missing somebody. Ah, it's this little stinker. I'm gonna start him right there in the back. Alright, yeah, let's tighten this up just a hair. And by a hair, I mean a whole bunch. Should be a little bit better. Okay, let's send it. It's nice running it with these lighter cars as a kind of a benchmark. Yeah, there we go. See, that's how I want to see him go down. The Porsche going down as well with the Lamborghini. Massive car spin out here. Everyone down but the Lotus, staying in their lane, hydrated, feeling themselves, just straight vibing out here. Girl dinner. Incredible. Alright, pretty good race there. Alright, so the question on everyone's mind is, of course, but can he beat the Ford GT? That's the question. I know I took it right out of your lips, didn't I? Let's do best out of 3. Best out of 3 between the Ford GT and the Bugatti. And then maybe we'll throw in the Tesla Roadster at some point too, just for good measure. Let me make sure I got all these guys. 3. Yep, okay, cool. Are there any cars you guys would like to see on the track right now as well? We got quite a few here. We can hold some votes soon if y'all want to. I do want to do a 1v1 series. We've never done this before. Gonna jump right to 2.3.0. Chilling at 3 miles per hour now. Now, the Ford GT is a pretty big champ in this series. He's going to be hard to beat just because of that longer body, but the Bugatti really not struggling to hold their own, especially with this added tilt to the treadmill, but also the Ford GT is also a very heavy car. Massive instability, trades the paint with the Bugatti, and the Ford GT does go down a hair before the Bugatti does. That was wild. Let's set him back up for round 2. Alright, we're set up for round number 2. The Ford GT has taken the L here. Going to 3.7. A lot of fishtailing here. The Ford GT taking a nasty spill again. The Bugatti taking another win. Can the Ford GT break its bad luck string? Surprising to see our guy struggling so much tonight. They need to lay off that stuff. Alright, jumping back up to 3 miles per hour. This will be it. If the Ford GT can't pull a win here, that's going to be it for him. The Bugatti will be the champion of this little 2v2 bout. The Bugatti going over, giving him a little kiss, being like, hey man, it's okay. You just do the best that you can. Unfortunately, the Bugatti here struggling to kind of maintain some of that pace. Now, the Ford GT has used that top right pocket to get quite a few wins in the past. The Bugatti really settling on that left side. Let's jump to 4. We're at max speed. And the Bugatti does appear to be losing position here. Settling in on a nice little back spot there on that back left side. We're going to go ahead and... It's not like we can really put him into overtime, so I'm not really sure how to call this here. But we're going to say the Ford GT won that one because they both seem like they were pretty comfy. So, generally speaking, when cars do prefer a left or right side like that, the GT definitely preferring that right, the Bugatti preferring that left. So we're going to switch them, make them work for it. Now this is still sudden death for the Ford GT. We're going to 2.5 miles per hour now. He has 1 win under his belt versus the Bugatti's 2. Now, if the Bugatti wins here again, that's it. The Ford GT is toast. Going to 3.4. Ford GT struggling for that side position, and the Bugatti is the reigning champ. Had no issues adapting and playing the right side instead. Absolutely incredible performance tonight from the Bugatti. Give me 1 sec, y'all. I'm going to hop up and get our tunes going again. How are we all feeling? How are we all doing? Hope everyone had a good day. I know I did. I had a nice day. I had a very nice day. Man, the Ford GT. What do you think, Reese's Pieces Teddy Bear? Oh, you can't really see him? Oh, let me get him in here. Reese's Pieces Teddy Bear, of course, hanging out with his signature trumpet, as he does, of course. Yeah, let's mix it up. Let's do four new cars and then 4 regular. I'm gonna pick 3 cars. If you guys would like to have a vote, we'll go ahead and put a minute on the clock here. You guys love him. He plays dirty. The Tesla Roadster. We bought it before we knew Elon's crazy. That's the favorite saying. The Audi Quattro. An absolute titan in this series. And, of course, the Fiat 500e. Our boy there. Cast your votes. You got a minute. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and fill these slots ourselves. So we got the Nissan Leaf. We're gonna match them up by color. That's what we'll do. We'll match them up by color. So we got the Nissan Leaf with, what the heck is this guy called again? The McLaren Speedtail. So we're gonna match them up by color though. I think that'll be kind of fun. I need more colors. I like soup. Let's see. We'll do the. I'm bad at. I'm really bad at this. We're gonna do the Bugatti with the Mustang Boss. So I guess we could consider this a team race too. You feeling the middle one? All right, cool. The Audi Quattro coming back onto the scene. An absolute monster this car is. And we'll go ahead. I don't really have a blue one for the new lot, but that's okay. Because we'll swap in Grandpa here. We're going to get that Aston Martin back on the track. Alright, so we got the Quattro and the Martin. Then we got the whites, the blues, and the reds because America. Let's get it. And a massive stall out for the Nissan Leaf. What a rough start to this race. The Speedtail is going to have to win this all on his own. Oh, and the Mustang goes down. The Quattro, the Lamborghini. We're left with 4 cars on the track. Quite a lot of paint being traded here. The blue cars are out of this race. And there goes the Lotus, the Bugatti, and the Speedtail. So we got the red car and the white car. We're halfway. It's halfway patriotic. We're like 66% American here. And the Speedtail does yield it to the Bugatti. What an absolute monster tonight. Oop, I should not be moving him around like that. He's like, let me stop. Yeah, what an absolute boss this guy has been tonight. Now, one thing I'm noticing here is his back wheels are actually a bit larger than the front. I don't know if any of the other ones in this lot are like that. I don't think they are. And I'm wondering if that extra wheel coverage, you guys can kind of see it there. I'm wondering if that extra, like, little bit of space for those wheels are giving the Bugatti an advantage. Very interesting to see them race tonight, though. This has been very entertaining. So, without further ado, that's kind of our spectacle races out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my pen and my paper, and we're gonna start our series for the night. Oy, oy, oy. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. So, I had this idea for tonight's series. So we've got 10 new cars on the track versus 10 old cars on the track, right? You guys see where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going with this? So we're gonna have a series tonight of the old versus the new. We'll get our Audi Quattro in there. So we're gonna pair them up here. Once again, we're not going by color this time. This is gonna be strictly a race of old car versus new car. So that'll be kind of a fun time. We're gonna put the Lamborghini next to the T12 now. Again, the T12, a very, very heavy car on this track. It's part of the Fantasy series, but it is modeled after a Pininfarina by my best guess. That is my my best educated guess. But we're gonna stick him up there with our new Lamborghini. On the track, we got the Ford GT, the Bugatti, the Quattro, I forget. This is a good chance for me to learn these names. That's why I'm doing this. The T50. GMA T50S. What? That cannot be the name. That's way too cool to look like that. For that to be its name. The Mustang, the Lotus. I love this one, dude. It's so cool looking. Or no, not Lotus. Sorry, Aston Martin DB4 GT. We're just gonna call it the old Aston Martin. That's what we'll call them. The T12 and the Lamborghini. Let's get it. Old versus the new. A lot of stability here on the track, actually. A little bit of back and forth. But overall, looking pretty good. Going to 2.7. A little bit of fishtailing there from the T12. Struggling to find some stability. A 3-car spin out with the Aston Martin with a massive recovery. And the Aston Martin battling it out with the Quattro. What a save from the Quattro. But can they recover? And that is a technical stoppage. They have pushed the guardrail into the treadmill. Well, let's go ahead and make another adjustment here then. That needs to be tightened up just a hair. So we're all tightened up again. Okay, just making sure we're good to go. All right. So we'll go ahead and recenter our racers here. What a recovery that was, though, ladies and gentlemen. That was crazy. That was your pick, too. That was yours, Lily. That's the one that got it. Jump in to 2.6 miles per hour. That Aston Martin came out swinging tonight. They're definitely upset that they lost the beginning 10 round. But this could be their shot at redemption tonight, because this is going to be a team racing series. Maybe not all night, just for the foreseeable future. A lot of stability. Very impressive action here at the 2.6 mark. We're going to 3, though. A little bit of fishtailing on the Aston Martin with a full spin out, and the Quattro does take the win on that race. So, the old does get a win here. I'm not going to record exactly who won, or should I? I don't know. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Let's see here. Guard dog. I literally deleted that off this playlist. Why do you hate me so much, Suno? That's so funny. It's for one of my next videos. Just ignore that. Okay, back to it. But yeah, yeah, let me get my ledger all set up here. So we're gonna make a mark there. Quattro. There we go. All right, let's get these racers back on the track, shall we? So, I like to do them like every other, if that makes sense. This will give me a chance to practice all the names again too, because I definitely thought that was a Lotus. That's not. That's Aston Martin. Oh, flop. All right. There should be 8 cars in the track, and there 4. Oh, I think the Ford GT snuck on the track because he's a little shit. Or wait, no. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. 1, 2, no. No, we do. There is a oopsie here. I don't think this guy's supposed to be on there. Oop, blumping around. I think. Yeah, we're supposed to have one more OG car on the track. There we go. Oopsie poopsies. All right, let's send it again. Going to 2.8. Lamborghini falling behind. 2 cars go down, 3 down. The Lamborghini, the last to follow, and the Ford GT with an attempt to recovery in reverse. Could not pull it off. Going straight to 4 miles per hour now. The Audi Quattro with a massive spin out, taking the leaf with it, the T12, and the Bugatti, the only ones on the track, and the Bugatti does give it to the T12. That is another win for the OG cars. We will be recording all of these wins and losses tonight. All right, new cars, y'all got to step it up. You're getting stomped. Y'all got to get it together. Keep pulling cars out from under there that aren't supposed to be down there. Alright, so let's see here. We should have 8 cars on the track. We got 8 cars on the track. Let's get it. Make sure, yep, we're all set. Alright, will this be another easy victory for the old cars? Let's see how it goes. 2.4 miles per hour. Going to 2.6. Bugatti finding its happy place. And a massive spin out, so much paint being traded, and that is a win for the new cars, because we are left with the Aston Martin and the Lamborghini. Massive win for those guys tonight, eh? So that's one win. We're going to go ahead and give it to the Aston because they were in higher position here. Y'all, I hope I get that job. It's going to be so fucking chill if I do. Man. DB4 GT. Man, that is a really... Oh, it's the high-speed edition, too. That's why he's killing it tonight, because he's the high-speed edition. Oh, look at that bounce. That was cool. I want to see that again. Boing. It'll be even better once you get bungee cords. All right, that's one win tonight for the new cars. They finally came out swinging. Had some issues getting their feet under them there. So, to keep it fresh, to keep things interessante, we're going to go ahead and swap out. We're going to hold 2 votes. We're going to swap out 2 cars here. Let's see. I want to get everybody on the track, and then I'll pick who's coming out. All right, and they are all set up. So we're gonna go ahead and pull. Let's pull the speed tail out of there. We're gonna pull him. We're gonna set him off to the side for now. He's out of the race for the time being. He's been benched. Or actually, we'll just put him on the side here. He's fine right there. And we gotta pull an old car out. Let's go ahead and make it the Nissan Leaf. And let's hold a vote. Let's hold a vote, shall we? So, for the new cars, we got the 2 Porsches or the Koenigsegg. See, I always confuse the Koenigsegg with the T50 because look at them. They're literally the same car. They're literally the same car. So, they're gonna be confusing me for a little bit. But yeah, I'll learn it over time. Koenigsegg makes such nice cars, man. Their cars are so freaking cool looking. But yeah, so we're gonna let it be between these 3 right here. Whew, sheesh. 1 minute on the clock. Go ahead and make your calls now, and I will also get 3 more cars on the track here. We've got a competitor to this Koenigsegg. We have the Gemera and the Koenigsegg Jesko. They're at the front. The Ford GT2000 and the Nissan Silva. What are we thinking, guys? We're picking 2, one off the front, one off the back line. Let me know what you guys are thinking. We got, okay, as of now, 1 minute on the clock. I've been on a pretty heavy keto diet, y'all. It's been brutal. I've lost, because like the way I did it, it was kind of a crash diet, getting ready to kind of reintegrate in the workforce. Now, granted, that's when I thought I was going to be working in a prison, so I was like, oh, I need to get in shape like right now, because these people are insane. So let me tell y'all how that interview went. Let's talk about that for just a sec. So I'm at this private prison. I'm not gonna say where because I don't even care. It was somewhere in Milledgeville. There you go. It doesn't matter. I'm there and I'm sitting in the waiting room. They give me like a quick pat down. I go through the metal detector, and they have like me like lift my feet up, and I'm like, bro, I literally could have had something in my shoes, but okay. But then there was like a whole other X-ray, and they didn't even make me go through that one. But this is the part where it gets bananas. So I'm sitting there waiting. You're not allowed to have your cell phone, which is completely normal. That's just standard for prisons. And I'm looking around, and this guy comes out to the front with the janitor's cart, and he's in a prison uniform, and I'm like, that's an inmate. And the dude's like walking through. He's like cleaning the bathrooms. I'm like, okay, must be normal for them. You know, trustees are a thing. And this dude just walks out the front door. Bro literally walks out of the prison, and he wasn't leaving. He was just taking cardboard outside, but like a guard followed him out. But this lady's like half his size. He could have had buddies waiting out there for him, hop in the car and just leave. He just walks right out of the prison like it's no big deal. It was just crazy to me, man. Of all the things I could have saw that day, that was not the one that I was expecting. But I think the time is up. Yeah, we're way over. So we're just gonna do the two in the middle. Let's get the Porsche and the GT 2000 on the track here, and we'll hop into our next race. Alright, and we're off to 2.5. Treadmill working nice and good tonight. No roll. It's actually running a little bit smoother tonight. Oh, a massive spin out there for the Porsche. The Lamborghini struggling to recover. They go down as well as the T12, the Bugatti, and the Quattro, all going down together now. The Ford GT and the GT 2000 finding that happy spot, but the Aston Martin almost forcing itself into a pit maneuver, and they do go down. That is another win for the old cars. And we're going to count that as a win for the Ford GT because they held the higher position for that race. And we'll hop into the next one. A lot of issues tonight from our Lamborghini, which is such a shame. I was excited to see them get on the track, but generally speaking, when you have a lot of stability issues like we do with cars like the Lamborghini, it's usually because of some kind of weight offset, and the tiniest things about these cars can throw the whole thing off. Now this thing, it does have a steering wheel on the left side inside the cabin. That little bit of weight can change things significantly. I think the reason we might have been seeing so much stability tonight from... Oh, no, there's a wheel. I think there is a steering wheel in like all of these, though. I'm not going to lie. It's usually kind of a weight offset thing. I think the tightness of it does also impact here. And just to, again, show you guys how important it is to have thicker back wheels than your front. I never even realized the Ford GT has thicker back wheels. I never realized that. How about that? I got another job interview tomorrow. I'm going to a military college, so that could be fun. But I think, so I'm in kind of a predicament, right? So the military college is like a 40-minute drive. It's a really long drive. Whereas the one with Allied Universal is like less than 20 minutes away. But the Allied Universal one is swing shift, so the schedule is going to be really chaotic. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting interview. So 8 cars on the roster, 8 cars on the track. The old cars at 3 points, the new cars at 1 point. Let's see if they can bring it back. We're going to go to 10. That'll be this tonight's mini series with these guys. And then we might just jump into some normal races just for funsies. Massive car pile up there. Can they recover? And the Porsche stuck on the guardrail, so they are officially out. And the old cars do take another victory tonight, with the Quattro leading the pack. That is win number 4 for the old cars. I hope everyone tonight is enjoying our Hot Wheels stream. We're going to go ahead and switch it up with some new blood on this track here. If the new cars don't do something here, they're gonna be giving it up. They're not gonna be able to maintain this pace. So we're missing one more. Uno más. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get you guys set up for the next vote. I'm gonna decide two to pull from the track. We have the Koenigsegg Gemera. This is gonna be for the old cars. The Nissan Silva, and the Ford Mustang Boss GT. Just let me know which one you guys are feeling between the yellow, the black, or the red, respectively. The Gemera, the Nissan, and the Mustang. And then on the back side, we're going to go ahead and add in the second Porsche 911, the Lotus S1, and the T50. I don't know why is that its name? Yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. Get your votes in. All right, so we're thinking the Mustang. All right, good choice. Boss Mustang performing really well in the past. Now, it does look like the wheels on it have started to cant a little bit. Now, fun fact about Hot Wheels, there are wheel replacement kits out there. So that might be our first wheel replacement is on this Mustang. That could be a very fun little project. So we're going to go ahead and swap him out with the T12. We're pulling the T12. And we're going to go ahead and set him on the side here, put him on the sidelines, and for our new car, we're going to go ahead and pull the Lamborghini off the lot. He's going to be going on the sidelines. So, back to our final selection. The new cars, we got the Spirit, the T50, and the Porsche. That cannot be its fucking name. That's crazy. Now I gotta Google it. It's driving me bonkers. I have been addicted to Bannerlord, you guys. I need to stop. GMA T50, the Gordon Murray Automotive. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, GMA T50. Okay, yeah. Cool. Well, because GMA T50 sounds like a serial number. That's why I was confused. But it's... What was it? It's like automotive something. The Gordon Murray Automotive T50 is a lightweight rear-wheel drive V12 powered supercar. Okay. Yeah, so the GMA T50, the Porsche, or the Lotus Spirit. What are we thinking? 1 minute left on the clock. Get your votes in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be moving on here soon to the next Hot Wheels race. Currently on the board, between old versus new, we have old with 4 wins on the board, the Audi Quattro with 2, the T12 having claimed 1 victory for the team, and the Ford GT with 1 victory of its own. And on the old team, we have, of course, the Aston Martin, this guy right there, the Speed Edition. I love that it's called the Speed Edition. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Cast your votes, ladies and germs, or we're moving on. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and give it to the Lotus Spirit. Again, just a crazy light car, that one. But without delay, let's hop in to, this will be race number 6 of this old versus new series. And a massive stall out for the Mustang. They bring it back, and we're sitting at 2.2 miles per hour. Massive, just everything. I can't even narrate it all. There's too much going on. 3 cars off the track, though. The Ford GT with a massive spin out, giving that side rail a run for its money. The Bugatti and the T2000 do go down. We are with the Ford Mustang and the Lotus Spirit. Who is going to take the gold on this one? We're going to jump straight to 4 miles per hour. Put that heat on him. Don't let him get comfy. And a massive spin out for the Ford Mustang. The Lotus Spirit, with its debut off of the bench, gets a win for these new cars. New cars finally breaking their losing streak. Very happy to see them back on the track here. Let's go ahead and get them set up for race number 7 of our old versus new series. As we continue to build up our roster of cars here too, eventually we will be doing color races where we see, you know, we race the reds versus the blues, the whites versus the greens, that kind of stuff. But for right now, I don't really have that much of a diverse color group. It would really only be able to do like reds versus the blues. That's kind of it. But we definitely could do a red v blue tonight. That could be really fun. But without further delay, let's get into race number 7 of the old versus the new. We're hopping into it. Race number 7, 2.5 miles per hour now. A little bit of fishtailing there from multiple cars. A full spin out from the Mustang. Many cars to follow. And that is another victory for the new cars. Bringing up the rear beautifully with that Aston Martin with another victory, with the Bugatti hanging on in reserve there in case anything happened. The Aston Martin winning with a beautiful reversal play. Incredible performance on that last race. Also, if you guys see any on the track that you want voted out, let me know. We're probably going to do like 2 more races, and then we're going to swap somebody out to keep it nice and fresh, keep it interesting. Because if we just put like 10 and 10 on the track, it's going to be an absolute cluster. And it's not, I don't know, that don't sound like good racing to me. 8 cars on the board, 8 cars on the track. Let's get into race number 8. Nice little start here. We're going to just go to 1.3. We're going to give them a little bit of a time to breathe here. Let everyone get the wheels spinning, you know. Some of them are still having their morning coffee. We don't want them to spill that anywhere. You know, some people, you know, they eat cereal when they drive in a massive car. The Lotus Spirit may be taking 3 other cars down with it, struggling to keep him in that position. It's good they broke out, though. That's a very dangerous spot to be in, especially for those wheels. A lot of back and forth here. Going to 2 miles per hour now. The Lotus Spirit still stuck in that forced pit by the 2 Ford cars. Neither one of them able to really break away here. Going to 3. Real pressure when you get a car stuck sideways like that. It is just getting those wheels grounded. And the Boss Mustang rolls through and takes out all the other Fords. All 3 Fords are down and off the track. The Audi Quattro, the only old car on the board here, still on this track in a very rough position too. They want to hug that left side, but they just can't get there. And a massive spin out for these 3 racers, but it does go to the new cars again with, what was that, the Porsche taking the W. All right, pretty successful. I'm glad it seems like it's pretty neck and neck. So this will be another race after this one. We will be swapping somebody out. If there's a car on the track that you like, I don't like that car. Whether you're rooting for the old or the new, let me know. Let me know which cars you want to see gone, and I'll let you know if they're part of the old or the new. The Ford GT really struggling tonight in this new series. A lot of pressure on all these drivers to perform because this is now a team event. Race number 9. Let's get it. Going to 1.7. Give them a chance to breathe. Get them wheels turning. The Bugatti already losing position here. It's very surprising after what a great performance they've had tonight. They've been surrendering a lot of positions, but granted, once they get on that left side, oh, we got some action here. the Porsche out of this race. The Spirit almost getting stuck in a pit there with the TS2000, able to recover, slowly getting pushed back up, getting sandwiched between the two Fords. The Mustang just kind of bouncing, living his best life, staying in his lane. We're going to 3 miles per hour though. 1.2 mile per hour jump. A lot of fishtailing from the Mustang. A full spin out, taking 2 other cars with him. We have 2 new cars and 2 old cars on the track now. They're going to be struggling here. The Spirit, solid car. The Bugatti, solid car. But you're dealing with the Ford GT and the Quattro 2. Tried and true, proven veterans of the Hot Wheel Racing Series. Now, we can also refer back to our last stream. The Ford GT ended a 40 race series with 7 wins under its belt, and the Quattro won 2, but they started very late in that series, so that's not very fair. But again, the Ford GT and the Quattro, very, very heavy hitters. Going to be tough to beat this race. We're going to go ahead and jump to 4 miles per hour now. We are at max speed, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute on the clock. If they cannot end it, we will be ending it for them. And they do go down. That is another win for the old cars. They're doing some celebration victories, and the Quattro with a completely pointless spin out. The Ford GT showing off as it likes to do. That's another win for our Ford GT. So we're coming up on race number 10. Slay indeed, thank you. Thank you everyone for tuning in for Hot Wheels Racing number 4. I really appreciate it. We're going to get all these racers up on the track here now. We are doing another swap. I'm going to put 3 racers on the track from the old cars and 3 from the new. Go ahead and pick which car you think should be added. This is from our lot of new vehicles, and this will be the lot of our old vehicles. We will add the Tesla Roadster to the mix. Now, if you've seen in the past, the Tesla Roadster absolutely dominating that last series. They were a starter in that last series with 12 wins under their belt. An absolute monster. Or wait, no, sorry. Let me count that up again. 3, 5, 8, 9. 9 wins under their belt in Hot Wheels Racing Series number 3. So you'll know the Tesla Roadster, very heavy hitter. The Silva having a lot of issues in the past, but still a very middle of the road, unpredictable car. The Koenigsegg on that medium to high bracket. Now, let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know what you guys want to see on the track. 6 cars here. Can pick 2, 1 from each line. Let me know what you're thinking. Get your votes in. Y'all, I am loving this new setup we have with the treadmill. All right, we're gonna pull 2 heavy hitting cars off the lot here. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the Ford GT, and we're gonna go ahead and pull the Bugatti. They're going on the bench for the time being. Both of the Ace cars going down the tube here, unfortunately. So again, this is gonna be a new blood on the track. I'm going to give you guys another 30 seconds to get your votes in. Let me know, people. Let me know what you think. Tell me which 2 cars should be joining us for Hot Wheels Race number 4. And if you're just now tuning in, whether on YouTube or Twitch, don't worry. All of my VODs are saved on YouTube at Forsaken Fritos. So if you ever miss a stream, you want to catch it next time, by all means, just stop on by my YouTube. It's all right there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and make a choice here. We're going with the 2 in the middle. The Tesla Roadster, just such a beast. Such a beast. But we'll see you in the next one, Mr. Roadster. Eventually, I want to do brand races too, right? So we'll just have just Aston Martin's versus like Fords and Nissans, and we'll have like so these Fiat 500s in the Hot Wheels community, they have what's called peg warmers, and it's because the pegs at the stores, the packaging, they sit on little pegs, and there are rows of Fiat 500s sitting at Walmart. So when we do start our race series, I might just get like a whole bunch of Fiat 500s. Can the Ford GT beat like 10 Fiat 500s? That would be such a fun race to do. But without further delay, let's go ahead and get into race numero. This will be 10. Race number 10 on the track. We've got the Ford GT, the white Porsche 911, the Ford RS2000, the Audi Quattro, the Nissan Silva, the Lotus Esprit S1, the Aston Martin Speed. I don't even know what this one's supposed to be. The Aston Martin. We're just gonna call it the High Speed Edition. The Aston Martin High Speed. Or you know what? The Classic, because it's classic. It's a classic car. It's literally a classic car. And the yellow Porsche 911. Both Porsche drivers on the track, both very excited to contribute to their team drive tonight. But can they bring home the gold? A massive stall out for the Spirit and the Silva. That's a rough debut for the Silva. We'll have to diagnose that issue next race. The Fords clearly settling some beef here. The RS2000 goes down. Clearly the RS2000 slept with the Boss 69 Mustang's wife. They wanted blood. The Porsche coming and consoling the Boss Mustang, telling him it's okay. She ain't worth it, bro. You'll do better. Let's go get a beer after this. Going to 3 miles per hour now. A lot of fishtailing from our front runners. The Aston Martin with a full spin out, taking everyone out with them, and the Porsche yellow 911 does take the victory on race number 10. That is its second victory actually tonight for the new car race. Hopefully the Boss Mustang will recover and he'll be able to keep his car in the divorce. Otherwise, we're going to have a new driver on the track. If you're just now tuning in, you're probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about? It's Hot Wheels racing, man. There's drama. There's intrigue. It's a wild world out here, man. It's more than just diecast racing, you guys. It's a lifestyle. 1 minute, you're at the top of the world, and the next minute, you're getting flung off the end of a treadmill into a blanket. And sometimes there's just no in between. Without further delay, though, let's get into race number 11. We're going to do 11, and then after the next one, after race 12, we're going to have a new vote. We're going to get some new cars in the block. Love the drama in the Hot Wheels teams until the final death rounds. I know. We're going to have a lot more like 2v2s and 3v3s going forward once we do get our bungee cords on the track. Unfortunately, we were not able to make it to Home Depot. We kind of got ran over this last week by our schedules. But we're going to 2.3 miles per hour. And we're going to see how this Hot Wheels race goes. And the Spirit with a full spin out. That white Porsche struggling to find its happy place. They do... and they do go down. Yep, they do go down. The yellow Porsche 911 soon to follow with a full spin out. The Silva not far behind it. We are left with 3 old cars versus the Aston Martin. It's a 3 versus 1 disadvantage here. Going to max speed. He tries and fails to get them off the track before him. That one does go to the old cars with another win. Actually, the first win tonight for the RS2000, being the last one standing on the track. I am not live on TikTok. That's something I'm going to be getting set up as well, because I know TikTok is big on Hot Wheels racing as well, but I am not currently live on TikTok. I am on there at Forsaken Fritos. I do post there daily, but I post daily to my YouTube, my Instagram, and my TikTok as well. I'm never on my TikTok. I just kind of post on there. Like, I don't actually scroll through TikTok. But I probably would enjoy Hot Wheels racing there as well. But I kind of like going into it blind a little bit, because I'm sure a lot of other guys out there do similar stuff to this. Like, they'll have like their own series and stuff. And I like to kind of go blind in at first. I'm like, okay, I'm going to come up with my own kind of series ideas and stuff. But TikTok will be on the list next. I do have Streamlabs Pro, so I am able to multi-stream. We are currently live to Twitch and YouTube. I actually have gone live on Instagram and Twitch and YouTube, so I know my bandwidth can handle it. But without delay, we're getting into race number 12. Actually, so yeah, after this one, we're gonna hold the vote. We're gonna swap some cars out. A massive stall out there again for the Silva. attempt to recover, and they managed to get it at the last second. Incredible recovery by them. The Porsche and the RS2000 trading paint. The Porsche really trying to recover there in that back line. A lot of cars there fighting for that left side with the RS2000 and Silva trying to squeeze through somewhere, anywhere that they can. We're going to 3.1 miles per hour. A massive crash out for the Silva. It does go down, followed by the Quattro. 4 cars down, 2 on the track, and the Boss Mustang does once again give it to the yellow Porsche. That is win number 6 for the new cars. And win number 3 tonight, leading in the personal bests. 4 wins is the yellow Porsche with 3 wins tonight. Absolutely killing it. So I'm going to go ahead and put we're going to put 6 cars on the track, 3 from the old, 3 from the new. Go ahead and get your votes in, guys. Let me know who you want to see joining the race next. For the old cars, we have the DeLorean, we got the Lotus, and we got the Tesla Roadster. And for the new cars, we also have another Lotus. That's I guess it's like a classic F1 edition. Like, what's the actual name of this guy? The Lotus Type 49. So yeah, you're just kind of classic Lotus F1 series. We got the GMA T50. That's crazy. That's an actual car company. And last but not least, the Koenigsegg Jesker. We'll go ahead and get our old racers on the track, though. So I don't go live on Instagram on my main account. I have a Project Zomboid fan page. If I'm ever feeling it, I'll stream Project Zomboid on there. That page, that page is huge. That's probably the most successful thing I've ever done on social media was my Project Zomboid fan page. Instagram is a strange platform because you'd never know what kind of niches you can kind of squeeze into on there. And granted, it's not really a profitable platform. You don't really get any ad revenue. But yeah, we got 1 minute on the clock. We got 6 cars here, 1 from each row. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Cast your votes. If you don't know the names of the cars, that's okay. Just tell me the color or the sides. But yeah, no, I don't really stream on my main account on Instagram. I just kind of shitpost on there from time to time, and I usually just repost stuff that I was going to post anyways. I did skip my daily post today because I kind of had some ideas I wanted to do, but it was getting so late in the day I wasted too much time playing Bannerlord and trying to find a job. That last part, not so much. It was a very fun job interview. It went really well. I mean, as fun as job interviews can be. But yeah, no, I played way too much Bannerlord today. But yeah, so we got our 3 cars here. We're gonna go ahead and y'all got 15 seconds. And if no one wants to vote, I'll just probably go with the 2 middle cars again. But let's figure out who we want off the track. So the Nissan Silva really struggling tonight. We're gonna go ahead and stick them over here on the bench. Normally, I don't like to swap out the new cars that quickly, but they are really, really struggling to commit and play as a team. We're gonna go ahead and swap out the Aston Martin, though. We're going to go ahead and give him a break. Going to be sad to see him go, but that's life in Hot Wheels racing. And that's the polls closed, so we're going to go ahead and add the T50 and the Lotus Sport. What's this one again? The Lotus Emira. It's weird. So you got the Lotus Emira, you got the Lotus Elise. They all look the same. Alrighty. So we're going to put our guys back on the side here. And let's get into race number 13. 13, of course, a very unlucky number. Who's going to be the unlucky driver this round? No stall outs, so that's good for everybody involved. Let's go to 2 miles per hour, 2.1. Boss Mustang really struggling here with a full spin out, and they are down. These other racers really trying to find their stride. Now, we've seen rough performances in the past from the Lotus Emira, really struggling to find that footing, and they do go down as well. Now we're going to bump it to 3.3 miles per hour. A lot of fishtailing here from those lead drivers. We go down to just 3 cars on the track. The Quattro playing it dirty, playing it aggressive, takes out the other 2 new cars. And that is the 3rd win tonight for the Quattro and the 7th win tonight for the old series. Rough go of it for those drivers, but sometimes that experience can just be so invaluable, and the Quattro really proved that tonight, that they just really know how to end a race in their favor. We've seen lots of pit maneuvers from them before, and surely we will see lots from them again. Now I need to get set up on TikTok so bad, bro. Hey, Andres, thank you so much for, this will do numbers on TikTok, really enjoying this. Heck yeah! Thank you so much for enjoying it, and thank you for the sub, too, I really appreciate it. Yeah, we do Hot Wheels streams every Tuesday. All VODs are saved on the YouTube. But, yeah, no, I'll, that'll be priority 1. That'll be my big task for this week, is getting that set up. It shouldn't take too long. Streamlabs does make a lot of that stuff, fairly easy to do. But, without further delay, let's get into race number 14. I'm going to start them off nice and easy. I'm going to let them get their bearing here. I love when you first start and they all kind of bounce a little bit. It's kind of funny. Going to 1.5. Lotus always really struggling once you start getting to these higher speeds. It's just such a light car. It's such a small car. It doesn't have that length or the weight to really keep up here. And we've even offset our treadmill height quite a bit with the overhauls that we've performed for this stream. Massive spin out from the Porsche with an attempted recovery in reverse. 3 cars to follow. We are down to two old and 2 new cars on the track. The RS2000 250, the Lotus, and the Porsche. The 3 of these guys leading the front. That T50 really all over the place. Really struggling to find its happy place here. Going to 3 miles per hour now. A massive spin out from the Porsche. The Lotus really getting comfy. Oh. And the Lotus does manage to pull a victory. It heard me talking shit and it said, absolutely not, sir. I will not allow my good name to be tarnished like this. And it proved me so wrong. And that is the 8th win tonight for the old cards. If they get 2 more, that will be the end of this series, ladies and germs. I'm going to pull 2 of these off. I'm just going to have to pull all these guys off. Yeah, I know they're making a mess. I'll keep them there so I know who like the bench warmers are, who we're not putting back in, kind of thing. Yeah, very nice performance there from the Lotus. Really kind of stayed out of trouble, stayed out of that bulk of the pack, and you know, they were racing smarter, not harder. They were not going to fight for those upper positions, because in this series it does not matter what your position is. Because we don't go overtime in this series. I think. I've never needed to go overtime in this series, but you never know. We are on race number... What are we on? Number 14, I believe? Yeah, that was a really fun one. Alright, race number 14. Let's see what they got. Old versus the new. 2.1. Gonna put the heat on early. Lotus of Spirit. Taking several cars out with it. We're down to 4 again. The same 4 cars from the last race here. That is the Lotus, the RS2000, the T50, and the Porsche. Gonna up that speed. The Porsche getting all the drivers stuck, taking notes from the Audi Quattro on that last few races. Does get its 4th win of the night for the new car. They're at 7 versus 8. Absolutely dirty play there from the Porsche Yellow. That does put them in the lead with personal victories as well. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to swap out some cars here. I'll put 5 cars in the track from the old, or sorry, 3 cars in the track from the old, 3 from the new. Let me know what you guys would like to see added in. And if there's any drivers on this track that you don't want to see anymore, also let me know. So those are the 3 from our old. I actually am gonna have to cycle back in some of the some of the ones from the new cars that we've already gotten out of there. So we got the Speedtail. He was one of our openers. Back in the selection, the it's like the Type 49. I think that's what that one's called. We'll just say the number 4 because that's what he has on him. The Koenigsegg Jesko. 6 cars on the track, 2 to pick from, 1 from each row. Let me know what you guys are thinking. And if there are any stinky doo-doo cars you guys would like to see eliminated, then we can also do that as well. Oh. And I'm going to get these last guys on there, and then I'm going to up my music again. I realized I have almost every color of car except for purple. Purple's the one color that we don't have in this series. So next time I get a chance, if I see any purple cars, I'll be sure to get them. At some point too, I do want to get more pink slips cars. So the pink slips are a little more expensive, but they're also kind of higher quality diecast. That doesn't necessarily mean they're better, but this is an Aston Martin pink slips, which has like the open outdoors. Now a big thing about the pink slips cars is they have rubber wheels. Not only are they rubber, but they're treaded, and historically rubber tires do really, really poorly on this type of track. The Jesko and the Fiat. Amazing. Excellent choices, good sir. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get them ready to go. Go ahead and pull the Aston Martin off of there. And as far as our cars that will be getting ejected, we're probably just going to need to go off of the oldest at this point. So that's going to go to the Spirit and the Audi Quattro. We're going to go ahead and get them off the track. We'll go ahead and add them again right there. And we'll swap in our new boys for the race. The Fiat 500, very interesting race performance on the last series. Now, it was an opener out of 40 races. And I don't think, I don't know if it was ever benched. It was not ever benched. Out of 40 races between an average of 13 cars, it won about 4 times. So it's not a great track record, but again, when it's 1 versus 13, statistically, that's pretty good. That is a solid performance for the Fiat. And the Jesko, of course, this is technically their debuting race on Hot Wheels Racing Fritos Forsaken. Something or other. So, actually, I record everything about the races now. I've got it all written down. So, without further delay, we are on race number... Shoot, I actually don't know. Hold on. Stand by. 5, 6, 7. It don't matter. Oh, big stall out there for the Fiat, but they did bring it back. The RS2000 trying to bait the Jesko into that rear pit maneuver there. Going to 2.1. Massive spinouts. 4 cars off the track with the Jesko showing that it came to play by throwing it in reverse on that recovery. We are down to just the Fiat 500, the Porsche, and the Jesko. The Fiat getting stuck on the Porsche in a reverse pit there. We're going to 3.6. Now the Jesko, if they can't get out of there, they're going to draw this out much longer than it needs to go. The Porsche really trying to force that Fiat off of there. Losing that pit there. The Fiat managing to break out, throwing the Porsche off the track, but also itself. Very, very tense racing there with the Jesko taking its first win for the new team. Very interesting tactic there. Just got into collecting diecast. I want to collect the 1x18 models. Is that where we're racing right now? Is this 1x18? I got something really cool to show you though, since you're like a new collector. So a lot of these I actually got in California at a shop like the Tesla Roadster, my Gemera, what else? There was something else I got out there. My little 73 Honda Civic. I got all these at a collector's shop in California when I was out there with my my girlfriend. We were out there to visit her family. But that's not the one I'm excited to show you. I got something really cool to show you. A bunch of these I got on my birthday too as well. No, the Hot Wheels community is crazy, dude. It's such like a positive community too. That's what I wasn't expecting that, because I know a lot of people are. I'm sure there's people out there that are like, no, don't ever take it out of the packaging. But I don't mind. I got these to use them. Each their own though. But check this guy out here. I'm so excited to show you these. These are the pride of my collection. So this is actually my second 73 Honda Civic. Now this guy was really cool. So in his shop, because again it is California, so everyone does business there. A guy came in and he was like, "Hey, I actually did the modeling for this Hot Wheels series. You want me to sign some stuff for you?" And he did. So that's a signed 73 Honda Civic by the person who did the artwork for it. And this one's really cool. Now, surprisingly, with how old this one is, they're only like 15 bucks. You can get them really, really cheap online. But it is a 97. It was a 1997 release for a 67 Mustang through a fish stick company called Vandicamps. You'd cut out 10 of the little box tabs and mail them into the company. They'd send you back a Hot Wheel. But it seems like they definitely made a lot of them. But I'm just smitten with the fact that this is only $15 online, just because of the age. This is a 28-year-old car, you guys. Still perfect in the packaging. So I want to say it was in... Hi, Dark. Thank you for popping in. I want to say it was in Orange County. It was either... yeah, I want to say it was OC. I try to stay out of the Los Angeles County if I can. Oh. Alrighty. Let's get into race number 16. The Fiat 500 really came to play after that last race. That was very interesting. We're going to jump to 2.2 though. That Porsche really struggling. Oh my gosh, the Lotus taking him out with them. We got 2 cars left on the track. We got the Porsche and the Fiat 500. This could actually be our first overtime race, depending on how this goes. We got a minute on the clock. If these racers can't finish it, we're going to finish it for them. Very quick race, that one. Now, the problem is with these yarn guardrails, they do tend to get stuck on them. So we'll give them little taps there to try to move them off. But once they fit, they sit. Nothing we can do about it until I get my bungee cords, unfortunately. But the racers got about 30 seconds here to end this, or we will be doing it for them. And we're going into overtime. Now, the rules of overtime are simple. The racers will be jumped to maximum speed instantly. We go straight to 4 miles per hour, no warm-up, no nothing. And if the race is not over in 60 seconds, then whoever holds the highest position is the winner. And that is it. We're going to overtime. I actually don't remember the name of it. Let me go ask my girlfriend if she does. Okay, so the name of the shop was Covina Hobby Shop. That was the name of it. Took us a bit to figure it out. Because we didn't remember where that was, but we remembered where the coffee shop was. So we knew because the hobby shop was right across the street from Rad Coffee. So we knew if we can figure out where the coffee shop is, then we'll know where it was. But yeah, it was Covina Coffee Shop. Very, very, very cool place. They did Hot Wheels and drones, which was really neat. Hello, Iris. I'm doing well, thank you. All right, so we are in overtime though of this race, so we're gonna go ahead and make these drivers work for it. On either side, this will be win number 9, so this could be huge for both teams here. We're going right to 4 miles per hour. The Fiat 500, truly one of the underdogs from the beginning of our series. A lot of fishtailing for both drivers. The Fiat 500, the first to spin out, with the Porsche to follow. The Porsche with another win. The new cars take another victory. That is the 5th win tonight for the Porsche Yellow. We're not going to make any more roster changes for the last little bit of this series because we are down to the wire here on scoring. Again, the old cars have 9 wins versus... Let me actually double check. Sorry, the old cars actually have 8 wins versus the new cars 9. If the new cars can get it here, that is it. They will win this new series that we're running tonight. Yeah, Covina Hobby Shop, that was the name. Very, very, really nice guy too. Super, super cool dude. He had a really cool McLaren that had his signature in it. It was behind the glass and I saw it and I was like, how much for that one? And he looked at me and was like, He's like, that one not for sale. I was like, got it. He said, that one's just for looks. Yeah, apparently he knew how to do like the wheel swapping and stuff too. He knew how to do all of it. Yes, I think that was it. Oh, nice. You're going to be able to get over there? Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for you too. That's so cool. Yeah, he's got a really, really cool collection. All right, without further delay, though, we're on race number 17, I want to say? Something like that. Yeah, we're on race 17. All right, let's hop into it. We're going right to 2.5 miles per hour. Don't let him breathe. Keep the heat on him. That Porsche really struggling. The Jesco with a full spin out. Followed by the Porsches taking each other out. We got a technical stoppage, though. The TS2000 has breached the guardrail there with a little too hard of a hit. So we're going to get these guys reset here. Now, I believe this is the T50. Yep. The T50 is at a big disadvantage here. They're one of the only ones, they're the only new car on the track versus the 2 Fords and the Lotus. But we're going to jump right back to 2.5 and see how this race goes. The Lotus trying to force it. The Fords taking each other out on accident. The Lotus, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. By 1/2 of a second, the new cars take the victory. I'll show you guys your team here. I'll give you guys the whole roster. So these are all of the new cars that we have raced in this series tonight. The only one that didn't get to come out and play was the Lotus, so we're going to put him up there for honorable mention. I was like, oh, he's rolling away. Why is he doing that? But yeah, I'll show you guys the racers of tonight's series. Then we'll go off. We'll name them all for you. Oh, you're not supposed to be back there. New cars for the W, I know. Oh, I was excited. I was excited for you for the, for the Hot Wheels store. No, but you are correct. Yeah, that was a very close race. That was very close, and then the Jesco barely out in the front, or sorry, the T50 barely out in the front there was able to get the victory for their team. So these are your racers of the evening. We have on the track, and I'll also let you guys know who did and did not win one. The best performing car tonight is the yellow Porsche 911 with 5 wins. Half of every game that the new cars won was thanks to the Porsche yellow, so absolute god tier car there tonight. I don't know if it's luck, I don't know if it's skill or craftsmanship, but man did it kill it tonight. We are missing a car though, I just noticed. Where are you? I know you're here, little Porsche. You can't hide from me. Bro, where the heck did he go? Y'all, we got a missing car. It just disappeared on me. Where the fuck did that car go? Y'all, I really don't know where that Porsche went. Y'all, I'm so confused. Oh, there he is. He's hiding behind the water bottle. Okay, now all the cars are present. Okay, so let's talk about our winners tonight. All the way across the country for me. Check it out next time you go to California. Thanks. Yeah, no problem, no problem. No, thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. This is so fun. I love doing the Hot Wheels streams. But let's go ahead and tally up our winners. Give the shout outs to the MVPs. The biggest MVP tonight, probably the 3 best performing cars. We'll go ahead and say 4 because third place is tied. So we had the Porsche yellow with 5 wins tonight. The Audi Quattro here with 3, yep, yeah, 3 wins tonight. The Ford GT with 2, and the Aston Martin Classic with 2. The Lotus E. Did we race another Lotus tonight? Are there 2 Lotuses in here and I'm dumb? Oh, the Lotus Spirit. Yeah, that's right. There are 2 Lotuses. Yeah, the Lotus Spirit managed to pull a win. The Jesco pulled a win. And on the old side, we had the T12 pulling a win, as well as the RS2000 and the Little Lotus over there. But yeah, really good race. Yeah, there's not much more. That was really fun. That was a really fun series. So, without further delay, though, let's try some colors. Let's run some color racing next. We actually have enough now to properly do it. Let's see here. So, just because I don't have that many colors to really work with, we can do, if I do 3 cars, we would have a lot more to work with. Yeah, okay, so we could do 3 car races. We have several teams that we could build up off of that. So for the red team, we have, I'm going to go ahead and clear all these guys off of here for you. We're going to go ahead and get everyone mixed up now. We're going to do color racing, baby. Yeah, because there's actually quite a few teams we could do. There's more than I thought. I have a lot more than I thought I did. But for the red team tonight, we got the 69 Ford Mustang. We got the green, or sorry, the green. The red Ford RS2000 and the red Bugatti. That's your red team for this evening. For the blue team, we are not going to be pulling any punches. We're pulling out the Audi Quattro, the T12, and the Ford GT. 3 of some of the best racers in this series coming out to play as one. Next up, we got the green team. The green RS2000, the green Aston Martin, and the all-new classic number 4 Lotus. There's your green team. And lastly, for your white team. Actually, yeah, I have a lot more colors than I think I did. Okay. Next up, we got the white team. Your white team is the McLaren Speedtail, the Nissan Leaf, and the Porsche 911. And for your yellow team this evening, you got the Koenigsegg Gemera. I don't know why I didn't think that was going to happen. The Koenigsegg Gemera, the 73 Civic, and the yellow Porsche. Now, these are not the only colors of these cars I have, but I am picking the heaviest hitters. And the final group that we will be adding tonight is the gray cars. Now, for that, we're going to be using the Fiat 500, the Aston Martin Classic, and the Lotus S1. And for tonight, our openers, we're going to do a 3v3. So we're going to go ahead and pull these racers off the track. Now we're going to be going sudden death elimination. If one team is fully eliminated, then the team who beat them will be going forward to the next round. That's how we're going to run this. So we're going to start with the good old-fashioned rivalry of the Reds versus the Blues. Let's get into it. Yeah. What teams are you guys rooting for? What are you thinking? How you feeling? We've seen great performances from all these cars tonight. The Boss Mustang really all over the place, but I still think they have a real shot at this series. You know what? We could actually... We have enough colors for another team. We can have an orange team because we got the Jesco, we got the Tesla Roadster, and the BMW. Yeah, no, we could totally have more teams. Sweet. Okay, cool. So, without further delay, though, we're going to pull our last cars off the track here, and we're going to get into our first series, our first color series. I'm going to go ahead and flip the page here. We're going to go to a new page. I love recording all these because then I can use it as a reference for the old stream, because I can be like, and of course we know with the Porsche, it did have 5 wins in the new versus old series, but I love doing that. It's so fun. But yep, we'll do the one color series. $5 a G. No. I mean, you could. It could be, but no. Any betting that takes place on Hot Wheels racing here will have to happen off stream, off site. But I appreciate the gusto nonetheless. So, yeah, we're going to start our color series with red versus blue. We're going to record that. And let's get into it with our first race as soon as I can find my remote. With a bad stall out there from the RS2000 with a recovery at 2.5 miles per hour. We're going to call a technical stoppage there because I don't like throwing forfeits around, or sorry, disqualifications around, especially in these bigger series, but the T12 did cross the line a little bit there and get hooked. That's not their fault. It happens sometimes. So we're going to go back into this one. Going to 2.6. Good performance from all these drivers. The Bugatti struggling though, surrendering those frontal positions, getting comfortable on that side wall there. A lot of fishtailing going on there on that left side. The T12 and the Quattro trying to use each other for stability, but really struggling. The T12 and the Quattro with a massive spin out. The Ford GT getting stuck, and it goes to the red team. The blue team has been eliminated. So the red team goes on to round number 2. They will be facing the winners of round number 1 in the next series. I know, I honestly thought the Blues had it. I was not expecting the Reds to win, but as soon as the Ford GT and the T12 kept getting stuck on each other, that was kind of it for them. So they are out for the series, but fret not, we're probably not going to do this just one time. So we're going to set the Reds off to the side. We're going to put a new team next to each other. We're going the yellows versus the greens. That's what we're doing next. So for your yellow team tonight, you have the Porsche 911, the 73 Honda Civic, and the Koenigsegg Gemera versus the Ford RS2000, the Lotus Type 49, and the green Aston Martin Vantage. Without further delay, let's get into our second race of color series with green versus yellow. I know, the red guys got it. I definitely thought blue was going to win. Jumping right to 3. We're not messing around here. We're putting the heat on early. Big spin out there. And the green team does take it with that Lotus Type 49 staying on the track, beating everyone else by staying onto that left side there. Yeah, the Lotus Type 49. Just look at that. Look at that guy. I do want to collect F1s too. That's a series I want to get into, is F1, because then we can have like normal cars versus F1. There's so many like little versus series that I want to do. Green versus yellow, and yellow does lose that one. So green will be moving on to the next round. Next up, we're going to have another good race here. Because every race, I shouldn't say that, because every race on Hot Wheels Racing is a good race. So next up, we're going to put the orange versus the whites. So on the orange team tonight, we have the Tesla Roadster, the Koenigsegg Jesko. I think that's what that one is, right? Oh. Yeah, the Koenigsegg Jesko. And the BMW. On the white team, you got your Porsche 911, Nissan Leaf, and the McLaren Speedtail. Let's get in to the next one. Go Civic. Oh man, it's just rigged. Every team y'all vote for, they're losing. You're all like, you stupid, I don't want to play anymore. We're going to 2 miles per hour though. A little bit of fall behind there from the Nissan Leaf, really struggling for that stability, trading paint with his own teammate. This could be bad. The BMW settling on that left side. Now that's a tactic they've used plenty of times in the past. Big fishtail there from the Speedtail, taking out another driver. We're going to max speed. We're going to 4 miles per hour now, baby. We're putting the heat on. Big fishtailing from the Tesla Roadster. A little tap on the nose to the Leaf. The BMW goes down. The whites do take the whites do take a victory. That was intense. And the white cars do move on to the next series. Now, we do have a bit of a problem. There's actually no...
Did you wash your ass today?
I did not. I brushed my teeth today, so I feel like that's got to count for something. That was a really... I think that's probably one of the best races we've had tonight. That was a really good one. So we're going to go and put the white cars there. Now, as I was saying, we do have a little bit of a problem. There is no one for the gray cars to race. We actually don't have really any uniform colors for them to throw down with. So we're going to have to improvise a little bit here. We're going to add another series of cars here. I'm just not sure how we're going to do it yet. You know what? We're going to call it the Misfits. That's what they'll be called. They'll be called the Misfits. So the Misfits are going to be comprised of the Pink Slips, Aston Martin, the Nissan Silva, and the Mitsubishi Lancer. Or actually, no lie. The Mitsubishi Lancer has a very poor track record. The DeLorean would be a much better pick here. And these will be the racers. These are the Misfits. These are the underdogs. These are the guys that no one ever expects to win. They never get the girls. And they're going to be throwing down tonight. Our racers for the Misfits, we got the Nissan Silva, the Aston Martin Vantage Pink Slips Edition, the Blue DeLorean, and on the gray team, we have the Lotus Spirit 1, the Aston Martin Classic, and the Fiat 500e. Let's get in to our final race here, and then we'll be moving on to the second tier. Big stallouts there from two different drivers. And the Spirit sacrificing itself to take down the Pink Slips. The Fiat 500 unable to recover there at the last second. Now we're down to 2 Misfits. The Silva also goes down here. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. We are down to the DeLorean and the Aston Martin Classic at 2.2 miles per hour. Yeah, thank you, Jolo. Jolo Morales, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. We're jumping to max speed, and that is an immediate crash out. And the Misfits take it. No one saw this coming. Absolutely unprecedented that they were just defeated by the random garbage just found in the parking lot. And they'll be going on to round number 2. Just making some notes here. And I am missing a car still. I'm missing a gray car. There's a gray car who rage quit. I don't know where he went. Oh, Lord. Sometimes this happens, you know, sometimes drivers just lose, and then they throw a tantrum, and then they're just like, it's stupid, I don't want to play anymore. But it was the Aston Martin, our boy Hayden over there, which I'm sad. He has had such a good performance tonight. DFC reach 88 miles per hour. Maybe this race, they are still in it. Back to the future! So up next, we have our previous winners of the last race. We're taking out the red cars again, and they're throwing down with the greens. Gonna be a very exciting race here indeed. Ugh, I always get the allergies when I stream. Y'all, like, I'll just be sitting there quiet, happy as a clam, gaming, working, doing whatever, and I'm fine. And then the second I start streaming, my nose starts running. I'm convinced it's just because I'm talking and stuff. I'm going to drink some water, though, and you guys should drink some water, too. This stream is brought to you by water because you need to drink it. Alright. So currently on the track for Tier 2 of, or I guess we'll just call it Round 2 of the Color Series, we have the red versus the green and the whites versus the misfits. So let's get this next one underway, shall we? Who will be our champions? We're going at 2.6. A little bit of fall behind there. Trying to stop at the Bugatti, sacrificing itself to take out two other drivers. The RS2000 soon to follow. And we are left with the two red Ford drivers. A brutally quick race there. And the reds do take out the greens. That was a quick one. Go ahead and get all of our drivers where they need to go now. Massive play there from the Bugatti, managing to pit two drivers and take it down there, giving our Mustang and our RS2000 a very easy win. Big brain play by the Bugatti. We've seen an amazing performance tonight by them, and we are probably going to continue to see an amazing performance going forward. Thank you again, everyone, for hanging out with me tonight. I'm having such a good time, and we'll get set up for this next race here. We'll see if the Misfits can pull it together again. So, on the white team, we got the McLaren Speedtail, the Porsche 911, and the Nissan Leaf. Took me a sec to remember that one. And we got the DeLorean. We got the Nissan Silva. And we got the Aston Martin Pink Slips. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah. And let's get into it. Whites versus the Misfits. Let's see how it goes. A little bit of a stall out there from the Speedtail, McLaren Speedtail. The Nissan Leaf finding that right side, finding a lot of stability there. Massive crash out. We are down to two drivers. The Silva from the Misfits and the Nissan Leaf from the white cars. Now, the Silva has a very rough night tonight, having a very hard time finding that stability there. Really all over the place. Gonna try to trade some paint up there with the Nissan Leaf. You don't need a lot of pressure on these guys for them to start to crack, but we're gonna put it on them anyways, the 2.9 miles per hour. The Nissan Silva forcing the Leaf into a pit, and it does go down. The Misfits are going to the finals, you guys. Holy moly, they are going to the finals. It's happening. I don't think anyone expected the Misfits. All we needed them to do was just join, so our gray cars had a technical competitor, but they didn't even need it, you guys. The Misfits are going to the finals. Absolutely insane. This is unprecedented in Hot Wheels racing. Stupid. Alright, yeah, so this is it. This is the finals. We got the red Bugatti. Again, this is our red team. The red Bugatti, the 69 Ford Mustang, and the red RS2000. And our Misfit team here is the Pink Slips Aston Martin, the Nissan Silva, and the DeLorean. Who's going to take the gold here, you guys? Who do you guys think it's going to be? I lost my pen. There it is. Yeah, we're going to the finals. This is it. The Misfits versus the Reds. Let's get it. Big stall out there for the Mustang. Same with the pink slips, but it managed to recover there. That's really going to hurt the Red's chances. The RS2000 sandwiched up there between the DeLorean, trying to make a little bit of space there. The Bugatti getting nice and settled onto that left side, trying to stay out of trouble here because they know how big of a disadvantage they're at. The DeLorean with a full spin out. The RS2000 really trading a lot of paint there, finding that right side. And the Sylvia does go down. It is all down to this, folks. Can the Aston Martin bring it back from the brink? We're going to 4 miles per hour now. We are at max speed, and the pink slips does go down. Red team takes the gold in our first ever color series. Congratulations to the red team. The Misfits came a long way, but they just could not quite get it there. Oh man, I can't wait to just keep building up my diecast collection though, because I'm going to be able to do all kinds of fun stuff like this. So the Misfits, I would say, are an official driving team. Like that, they really came to play. They really surprised us, I think. But we're going to get all of our colors back here. We're going to have some, we're going to match them up a little differently this time. We're going to be opening with the white cars versus the green cars. Now, if you've been here for a while, you need no introduction with these vehicles, but I like to give you the introductions nonetheless. So we'll get all our guys on the track here, and I'll let you know who's racing today. We're going to put, a lot of the times, once I notice a car kind of favors one side or the other, I like to switch it up and force them onto the opposite side of the track. It kind of makes them get into an uncomfortable spot and really kind of put that pressure on, not just themselves, but those other drivers. But, as I was saying, we're going to give a quick introduction to our green team. We got the green RS2000, the Aston Martin Vantage, and the Type 49 Lotus. On the white team, we got the white Nissan Leaf, the McLaren Speedtail, and the Porsche 911. Without delay, though, let's get in to our second round of the color series. A huge stall out there from the green Lotus. They do go down. They've had issues with the stall outs tonight. They're definitely going to need their mechanic to look at that car. Massive spin outs from the white cars. And the Aston Martin gives the Speedtail a little kiss on his way out, and the white cars do take the first win. The W to the Misfits. I know, they did so much better than anyone gave them credit for. So in our second series now, we have the greens versus the whites, and the greens do take the gold on that one. Next up. Let's see, next up. Who we got? Let's go ahead and put in the Misfits, shall we? Go ahead and get everybody consolidated here. How do I want to do this? I don't know how I want to organize these. So, how about those like there? Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I don't know how I want to organize all this. Sorry, y'all. So the winners will go over here. The losers can go back on that left side. DNS from the Lotus. I know, that was a rough do not start. That was a very rough start for them, wasn't it? So, next up, we're going to have the Misfits coming into play again. Again, the Misfits, we got the Nissan Silva, the Aston Martin Vantage, and the DeLorean. And their opponents tonight will be, I feel like I already threw a color out, but now I've already forgotten what that color is. So we're just going to go ahead and pair them up against the blue cars. We're bringing the blue cars out. Actually, no. There's already blue cars in that lot. That's going to confuse me. We'll let them go against the yellow on this one. Yeah, 'cause the Misfits threw down with the green last game. Actually, this is why I'm getting confused, because I did my notes incorrectly. Okay, there we go. I got my notes set correctly, because I am forgorful. There's a lot going on. I got to write everything down, you know. Otherwise, I forget. That's what I learned from my first 2 Hotwheels streams. On the third one, I was like, yo, I actually need to keep score, because I do forget what's going on. So, On our teams today, on the yellow team, we got the Porsche 911, the 73 Honda Civic, and the Koenigsegg Gemera. On the Misfits, again, that is the Nissan Silvia, the Aston Martin Vantage, and the DeLorean. Let's get into race number 2 of our color series. Nice clean start from everybody. Cars are running good. 2.5 miles per hour, putting the heat on early. Big spin out there from the Porsche, taking his teammate with him. The Aston Martin Vantage is soon to follow. Massive spin out there, and the Koenigsegg just can't find that stability. The Misfits take another victory tonight. Absolutely mental. Rough night tonight for yellow. This is their second defeat, and the Misfits will be going on to round number 2. Let's consolidate all our drivers here because they like to hide from me. They secretly don't want to race. Alright, so our yellow cars are out of the race. So currently we have the white and the Misfits going on to round 2. The greens and the yellows have been eliminated. So next we're going to put the grays against the blues. Lie. We're going to put the grays against the reds. Yeah. The reds will be racing the grays tonight. Alrighty, so on our teams tonight, we got on the red team the Bugatti, the RS2000, and the 69 Ford Mustang. On the gray team, we have the Lotus Esprit S1, the Fiat 500e, and the classic Aston Martin Vantage. Let's get into it. Gray versus red. Great performance tonight from the red team, as they have secured one victory for the evening, but will they be able to break out of the first round with the gray cars? The Lotus really struggling here. Really seems to favor that right side, but can't quite hug it. There we go. All right, they're nice and comfy. We're going to 3 miles per hour now. A lot of really good driving here. Big stability. The Fiat 500 gets taken out, and that is a technical foul for the Fiat 500. Their position does not count because they were hooked on the guardrail. But I was paying very close attention, and the last car to go down was the Aston Martin Classic, so that is going to go to the gray cars tonight. So, alrighty, let's get set up for the next one, shall we? Rough performance tonight for the Reds. They just weren't really feeling it. And I get it. Sometimes the days just go bad. But for our last race of round 1, we will be using the blue cars versus the oranges. But first, I'm going to get my music going again. Oh, goodness gracious. Y'all, I've been dieting real heavy. I'm a little more limber. I've lost like 10 pounds. It feels so good. I fit into so much more of my clothing now. W Gray finally took down red. I know. I promise I'm not getting to your comments later on the YouTube. There is a pretty big stream delay there. But I appreciate you guys sticking with me, being patient while I read all the comments and whatnot have you. So, for our blue cars tonight, that is the T12, the Ford GT, and the Audi Quattro versus the Jesco, the BMW, and lastly, smacking it around. I was too excited. I was excited to get it on there. The Tesla Roadster. Let's get into the final race of round 1, shall we? Nice easy start for him there, but we're going to put this herd on him. We're going right to 3. BMW starting to lose that position. Might fishtail here. Trying to hug that wall there. The Tesla Roadster does go down. The Ford GT all over the place. A full spin out followed by the BMW. The Jesco stuck on a pit with a massive recovery. Takes the T12 down with them. And that is going to call for a technical stoppage because they have pushed the guardrail out of bounds here. So we're going to reset our drivers. And we're down to a 1v1 between the Koenigsegg Jesko and the Audi Quattro. Let's see who it's going to be. What a play there from the Jesko, though. That last one was dirty. It said, get out of here, T12. You're a fantasy car. You don't belong on this track. Going right to 3 miles per hour, though. Neither driver wanting to give the other one space. We're going to go to max speed now. A lot of fishtailing here. A lot of instability from the Jesko. They do go for a spin out, but the Quattro is the first to go. Orange team beats blue team. They're going to round 2. What a race. So, for our opener, we're going to have... So, last time we had the whites versus the misfits. I don't want to do that this time. We're going to switch it up. So, we're going to do the whites versus the greens instead. Or, sorry, the whites versus the... Oh, there's G for green and then there's G for gray. That's funny. Okay, we'll put gray as a GA. Yep, okay. So we're going to have the whites versus the grays. Or sorry, the whites versus the oranges. That's how we'll do it. Okay, yeah. I think that's how we want to do it. What a play by the Jesko, though. I need to go through these VODs and just drop, like, highlights. And then post those as, like, shorts. Because that is so much fun to watch. Yeah, that was just such an incredible play by them. I'm still reeling from that a little bit. It does look like we have a missing vehicle. There he is. The Ford GT throwing a temper tantrum as usual. He is a sore loser. He's a bad winner and a sore loser. So, we're going to whip out the whites and the oranges. They're going to be duking it out. On this next one, the oranges absolutely stomping the blues into the mud. The Jesko proving why it belongs in this series and on this track. The Jesko really said, this is my debut day, and I came to dominate. All right. And we are on for our second round. Our openers for round 2. Let's see what they got. Big stall out there from the Nissan Leaf. Can they? Nope. And they are out. That is really rough for the white team. Their mechanic's going to have to take a look at that. The Speedtail, a massive spin out, bounces off the water bottle. The Jesko tries to take out the Porsche, and the Tesla Roadster goes down immediately. We're going right to 3.5. A lot of fishtailing there from the BMW. Tried to take down the Porsche. Knew it wasn't going to be able to stay, but the Porsche might be going down on all its own. They're going to 4 miles per hour now. These drivers have 30 seconds on the clock to finish this race, or we're going into overtime. Neither car willing to submit here. The Jesko has been a monster tonight. Not only were they able to recover beautifully from that last little spin out, they're doing it in reverse. That is the sign of an S-tier driver right there. The Porsche really hanging on for dear life in a staring contest there, though. And I'm going to give him 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is overtime. Oh, man. The oranges and the whites, they came to play today, didn't they? The Jesko, such a wild card, such an absolute monster to compete with. Now, both of these drivers do seem to prefer that right side of the track, so I like to counter that, especially when we're talking overtime. I want these guys to really be able to duke it out without just relying on guardrails for their stability. Again, we're going to max speed for overtime. As soon as we hit it, we got 60 seconds, and if they are not out of the race, then we will be finishing it for them. The Jesko not even phased by the 4 miles per hour. The Porsche struggling to find a footing. The Jesko with a massive spin out, but the Porsche could not hang on long enough. That win is going to the orange cars. Excuse me. So next up, we have the grays versus the misfits. Let's get it. So, I'm going to clear the back of the track here, just to reduce any potential damage to our vehicles. Orange will be staying for the next round. Our white cars, very rough day there for them. The Porsche almost bringing it back in the overtime play, but just could not quite outlast the Jesco after that massive spin out that it suffered. No, I haven't done one with all the cars in reverse. So I'm gonna finish up this color series, and then let's do that. That sounds fun. We'll do a reverse color series. That sounds like that'd be really fun. Good idea. I like that. So again, we're going to be racing. Who is it here? That's right. Yeah, we're doing the Grays versus the Misfits to see who will be throwing down. Excuse me, with the orange team tonight. Yo, who else out there got a gluten allergy? I don't think I'm actually allergic to gluten. I'm definitely intolerant to dairy, though. The doctor said I have like a very mild allergy to hazelnut, but I don't know. I don't know. I also don't eat that much hazelnut. I don't eat Nutella, so that's the only thing I would eat with like actual hazelnut in it for the most part. But without delay, let's get into the Misfits versus the Grays. Our teams tonight on the Misfits are the DeLorean, the Silva, and the Aston Martin Vantage Pink Slips against the Fiat 500, Lotus the Spirit, and the Aston Martin Classic. Already having some issues at minimum speed, but we're going to go to 2.5. The Pink Slips trying to find that left side, gets nice and comfy, so they won't go anywhere. The Fiat 500 forcing the DeLorean into a pit. The guardrail struggling, and it does go to the gray team. Man, you could cut the tension here with a knife, ladies and germs. So the gray team will be going on to the finals against the orange. Let's see who our victors shall be. Now, while the Misfits have not had a win tonight, they still have performed amazingly. So without further delay, no fluff, no nonsense, no drama. We're getting into the last round of color series number 2. And then we're going to be doing reverse color series for number 3. That'll be fun. So, all drivers are on the track. Let's get into this final race. Again, our racers are massive stall out there from the BMW. That is not good for the orange team. Well, that is not good. Going at 2.5. The Lotus attempting to go for a pit there between two cars, but they were able to recover it. The Fiat 500 getting stuck. The Jesco going for a kill here, getting stuck right there. Attempting to, oh, and that is a technical stoppage there. The Jesco has gone over the line. It's actually a fairly heavy car. It's a lot more, it's zippy, and it's got some weight to it. So again, that is the first foul of this race. If the Jesco does go over the line again, it will be a DQ. All right, we're going back into it. We're going right back to 2.5. Lotus Spirit really seeming to favor that right side there. Losing position though again. The Lotus Spirit really has some troubles there because it is a lower weight car. The Tesla Roadster tries to take it down, but it takes itself down in the process. The Aston Martin trying to maintain that same pace, that same stability with the Jesco, but the Aston Martin being a much wider body but longer does have more risk of fishtailing. Going to 3.3. Massive fishtail there from that. A spin out, and the orange cars do take the win tonight for the second series. The Jesco was the last one off that track. Congratulations to the orange team. And due to popular request, we will now be doing the next color series in reverse. I'm going to mute my mic because I'm real sniffly. Whew. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna grab a tissue real quick. I'm just gonna put like the Bugatti and the Jesco and the Koenigsegg. I'm just gonna let them race it out at like minimum speed. I'm gonna go get a tissue real quick. Sunday drive, man. They don't even care. They're like, racing who? We're chilling out here, dude. So, as we were. So we're gonna be starting our next series in reverse. That's the move. That's how we're doing it, baby. And that last win was again your winners were the orange team. That is, for anyone curious, the Koenigsegg Jumeirah, or Jesco, I keep forgetting them, confusing the two. The Koenigsegg Jesco, the Tesla Roadster, and the BMW. The Jesco really has such a big advantage on this track because they have a much wider stance. They also have a little bit of a lip there on the bottom, kind of helping that wide stance. I know you can't really see it on this camera, but they got a little lip on that bottom side, really helping them out. With staying stable, more or less. Really just, when you look at the car in general, it seems very well balanced. You know what I mean? Oh, there it goes. I'll explain what I'm saying. But, yeah, really good race from the orange team. That's their win tonight. So far we have a win from the orange and the red team. But we're going to be switching it up on this next series. We're going to be throwing it in reverse. So we're going to start with the white team. They're going to be our openers tonight. So let me go ahead and get all my racers, all my teams written down here in my journal. I am missing 2 cars currently. Where are you? I know you're around here somewhere. Oh, there's one of you. It's the Aston Martin Classic. That's what I'm missing. There you are. Okay, so we're going to have the white cars versus the green cars. Wait, did we do that last time? Yes, we did. Okay, white cars against yellow cars. Let's get it. Everybody throwing it in reverse. Transmission who? Alrighty. All racers are on the line. They need no introductions. They've had plenty tonight. Hi, Varian. How are you? Let's get it. We're doing our first color series. We're finally doing it. My lovely sister sent me some cars to use, and now we have enough cars for color series. And we're doing reverse color series now, so we're going to go ahead and up the speed to 2.8 miles per hour. Big spin out there from the Koenigsegg. The Honda Civic forcing the other one off the board. The Speed Tail, or I don't even know what the hell that one's called. The McLaren. Oh, and we do have cheating on the course right now, which does disqualify the Porsche. They are throwing a tantrum right now because they were caught cheating. So that win actually goes to the white cars. The Porsche 911 was hooked onto the starting line, disqualifying themselves from the race, thus taking away the win from their team. Such a shame, because they may have had that victory had things gone any different. So the white cars will be moving on to the next round. Let this be a lesson, ladies and germs, that the crime does not pay. Next up, we got the orange cars versus the Misfits. So for our orange cars tonight, I'm gonna give a little introduction. If y'all don't want the introductions too, I can skip it. I know everyone knows who everyone is now. So the hard part is keeping them from getting hooked on it. Sometimes they do like to get hooked on it there when they're in reverse. Okay, so with this race, because we know the rears of the cars do kind of have a tendency to get hooked on the starting line, we'll just give them a little tap once we do get rolling to make sure there's no foul play. It does look like the DeLorean did get caught a little bit. Oh, human intervention. Uh-oh. I'm the one who needs to get disqualified after that. That was foul play on me. And he is kicked out of his house now. Massive. 2.7 miles per hour. Let's see what they got. Good movement there. A reverse pit from the BMW, the recovery attempt. The Nissan Silvia, not happy about that, takes down the other driver there. The Jesco disqualified after hooking the starting line. That is a shame for them. We are left with the Aston Martin Pink Slips and the Tesla Roadster. We're going to go straight to max speed. We want to put that heat on because this might very well go to overtime. We got 30 seconds on the clock. The Tesla Roadster shifting lanes a little bit, trying to force that Pink Slips to move, giving him a little jostle. The Pink Slips not willing to surrender that spot though. The racers, 15 seconds on the clock to end this race, or we will be doing it for them. And that is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going into overtime. And this is the Pink Slips team. Or sorry, the Pink Slips. This is the Misfits team versus... wrong way. Versus the Orange team. If you guys are ever curious why I call this car the Pink Slips, it's because this is not actually a Hot Wheel. This is a Pink Slips diecast. Which is, it's just a knockoff Hot Wheel. It's very well made though. Very, very well made. But yeah. Let's, both these cars really seem to prefer moving to that right side of the track. So we're going to start them from the far left, make them work for it. Don't let it be easy for them. 4 miles per hour now. And they go down the Tesla Roadster by a hair, giving Orange the victory. And we're moving on to the next race. It's like that. Crime does not pay. Despite having a DQ that last race, they still managed to bring it back. You gotta respect it. You gotta love it. Better pizza, Papa John's. So currently eliminated from this race are the Misfits and the Yellows, and still in going on to round 2 will be the Greens and the Whites. Up next, we got the Greens versus the Grays. On the green team, we have the Type 49 Lotus, we have the green Aston Martin, followed by the green RS 2000 from left to right respectively. And next we got the Lotus Spirit, the Aston Martin Classic, and the Fiat 500. Let's see who takes the next victory for white versus gray, or sorry, gray versus green. Big spin out there already. The Lotus taking down the Spirit. Lotus on Lotus violence. We hate to see it here. The Fiat 500 with a beautiful recovery, and the green team is out. That was a quick one, ladies and germs. Your winner, the gray team. They'll be moving on to round 2. Big recovery during that race for the Fiat 500. Definitely thought that they were going to go down there. Big rivalry there between the Lotus Spirit and the Lotus Type 49. They're supposed to be brothers. They're supposed to be part of the same family, and that was not very sibling of them. Mini GT model cars. I have not. Sorry, it takes me a sec to read it. So I've got you on my phone. I've got YouTube on my phone, and then I have Twitch on my iPad. But for some reason, the YouTube keyboard is weird because like it wants you to do the little hearts. Like you do that. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see the hearts. So it always likes to cover up the last word you say. Let me look it up real quick though. I'm curious. So you said it was mini GT model cars. Let's see. I love miniatures of everything though. I started getting into it was like 1x8 or 1x6 miniatures, but I didn't realize they're basically just military American Girl dolls, and I was like, oh, I don't want those. I just want the guns. Yeah, because I got one for like 80 bucks on eBay, and I was like, oh, I don't like this thing, and then I just gave it away to a friend of mine. So let's see, what am I looking up again? The mini GTs. You know, Hot Wheels' most recent line is they're doing Ferrari. That's their next big thing is Ferrari. They're really cool. I've seen them at Target. Oh, okay. I looked that up and it's all ads for Temu. Why is it like that? LiveModelCar.com. Mini GT. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna check their website. No, I am by no means a purist. Because I know some people can be like that with oh, these are nice. Wow. Yeah, see, I want to get more series in here too. Now that we've kind of got enough of the color series, I want to get into like other brands, like Hot Wheels versus Pink Slips or Hot Wheels versus Mini GT. Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. These are nice. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh, that McLaren 720. That is so cool looking. Hold up. Oh, it's a pre-order. Damn. Yo, just look at that guy. He's cool. Yeah, I like those. Those are neat. Yeah, I'll be getting a job probably fairly recently. My interview went really well. So it's weird, right? So while I get set up for the next race, come on a journey with me. So I had an interview today, and I've got another interview tomorrow. So that was Grays versus Greens, I believe. The Grays did take the victory. Oh my gosh, my nose. But yeah, so I've got the job that's like closer to me that I would like. It's like 16 to 18 an hour, and it's a swing shift, right? So I'm the guy that like I would have a for sure shift Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm like I get filled in for whatever like needs filling in basically. Or I think I have one that's like it might even be part-time, which I prefer part-time. That one's like 40 minutes away from me, so it's a lot farther of a commute, but it might be a much better job overall and more consistent. But again, I like here's the extra kicker too. The close one, the flex shift one, I used to live there. So it'll be nice to kind of drive around the old neighborhood when I'm on patrols and stuff. So I don't know. I'm fairly certain I'm getting it tomorrow, but we'll see. The lady seemed really nice. We both graduated from the same high school, so I know that's gonna help my chances a lot. But for our final race for round number 1, we've got Reds. That's right, Reds versus Blues. I'm bringing back the old rivalry. I planned for it. I hope it goes well tomorrow. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, my day was crazy trying to get over to that interview. I definitely just raced them in not reverse. I apologize on that last one. There we go. Bringing our Ford GT back out to play. So I'm going to try to avoid any DQ situations here. If I do notice any at the start or halfway through the race, I will be giving them a nudge. If that results in crash outs, it results in crash outs. That's just kind of part of life, unfortunately. So all drivers are bouncing, so that looks like it was a nice clean start. We're going at 2.5. A lot of fishtail in here. The RS2000 really struggling In that reverse position to Bugatti with a massive spin out, they go down. The T12 really hugging that side rail, putting pressure on the two Fords. They go down as well. The Ford GT getting nice and comfy, making sure the Audi Quattro was a little bit hooked. Yep, it needed a little nudge. God, it really is good at getting hooked on there, isn't it? He struggles in reverse to not be a cheetah. We're going to max speed, though. Audi Quattro, a little bit of fishtailing here. The two Fords, very comfortable spot. The Ford GT up there at the top. The Quattro, kind of the wild card of this race before we go into any kind of resetting. A massive spin out from the Quattro. They do go down. 30 seconds on the clock, or we're going into overtime with 3 drivers on the track still. Now, this is the battle of the Fords. No matter who wins here, Ford wins. Because we got the Ford Mustang, the Ford GT, the Ford RS 2000, and the Ford GT stand over there just straight vibing. And the racers have 10 seconds on the clock to end this, or we're going down to overtime. 3, 2, 1, and that is overtime, ladies and germs. Recurring theme here, Ford, good. I feel like it's a little bit of an accuracy through volume thing as well. All right, going into overtime. Rules for overtime. We start the treadmill, go right to 4 miles per hour. That is the max speed for the Fun League treadmill. You can get at Walmart for like $100. Not sponsored. Please sponsor me, Walking Pad. I would love to get a sponsorship from you. Anyways, yeah, so 60 seconds on the clock as soon as we hit max speed. If the drivers settle, 60 seconds on the clock. Whatever driver holds the highest position will be the winner of overtime of red versus blue. We're going right to max. Nice clean start from everybody. We are max speed. 60 seconds on the clock as of now. A lot of fishtailing there from the RS2000. Almost forcing the Ford GT to go down. The Ford GT also making a play there. Might be lining up for another one. Ford Mustang really wanting to hit that Ford GT. Really hit the hell out of that guardrail. He's going back for seconds. Just giving it a little love tap. I mean, like, hey, you still there, bud? Shaking him off a little bit. And as a result, he shoves the Ford Mustang off, taking out the RS2000. The blue team will be going on to the second round. What a play from the Ford GT. That was insane. That Mustang went for him on that guardrail so many times. And that second push, he was trying to be cheeky about it. He got caught. The GT was ready for him, and the GT said, "No, you're done." And so is the RS2000. What a great way to end round one. We've seen a rough performance tonight for the Audi Quattro. It struggles in these reverse races because it's going to constantly need nudging off that front fence. We may... I can't make an exception for him, though. Can't make special exceptions. 720 GT3. Yeah. Now, as long as I get my job, Karma, I know! As long as I get that job, I'll have lots of money for Hot Wheels. It'll be great. So, we're going to open it up. We're going to go a little unorthodox here. We're going whites versus grays. I've been avoiding doing whites versus grays because it's similar colors, but we all know who everyone is now. We're all acquainted. It's fine. It's fine. Now, I want to learn how to do the wheel swaps on some of these Hot Wheels because, you know, wear and tear and stuff. I don't want to, you know, throw away a perfectly good die cast just because the wheels are damaged. It actually stopped me. I was going to get, oh God, was it a Pininfarina? No, it was something very exotic. Oh gosh, it's going to drive me crazy. I have to look it up. I'm sorry. It wasn't a Pininfarina, though. I'm fairly certain. I actually got to see Pininfarina in person. There's a place in California called the Peterson Car Museum, and I got to see one there. I found a picture of it, but of course now I can't find the word. Yeah, this is gonna drive me crazy. Y'all, I'm obsessing. I promise. Okay, I've almost found it. It's in Asphalt 9. That's where I first learned about it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I should find it pretty soon here. And I saw it at Walmart because on my birthday I went to Walmart and I was like I'm gonna get like 20 Hot Wheels. I've been wanting a lot of Hot Wheels lately. And I found it, and I looked at the bottom of the packaging, and the wheel spoke was bent. It was bent, y'all. Oh, I caught my sneeze at the last minute. I saved you guys' earballs. I am a benevolent god. No, it's an Asphalt 9. I think it was a Class B car, if I remember correctly. Why, yes, I do hyperfocus. How could you tell? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how much I'm struggling to find it. It was not a McLaren. It was one of the really weird exotic ones. Like, it was one of those cars that, like, it's only made for, like, Pagani Huayra. I was never going to be able to figure that out. Yeah, they had a really, really cool Pagani Huayra, and the freaking wheel was bent. I was so sad about it. Yeah, it was this beautiful blue one, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's why it's still in the bin. Bro, I'll tell you guys though, so the Walmart near me had some really good picks, but you know where you never check are the drugstores. Like the CVS's, the Dollar Trees, all that shit. They have the coolest ones there, and they don't even know. Like, I was there the other day with my buddy, and like they had the coolest ones there. I was like, I want to get it all. But regardless, we got white versus gray. We're going to 2 miles per hour. Big car pile up here. The Lotus does go down on that one. The Porsche really pushing that Aston Martin there against that right guardrail. The Speedtail unable to recover. The poor McLaren. The Fiat 500 all over the place. A spin out tries to take the Nissan Leaf with him. We're down to just 3 cars. 2 whites, 1 gray. We're going to max speed. Put the heat on him. Not a lot changing here. We might. All right, we got 30 seconds on the clock. We might be going to overtime, ladies and germs. No, the Batistas are beautiful too. A little bit of instability there with the Porsche. He's really trying to stay hooked on that Aston Martin. The racers have 10 seconds to end this, or we're going into overtime. 3, 2, 1, and that is overtime for whites versus grays. All right, let's get them reset. So these drivers definitely seem to prefer pushing to that left side of the track, so we're going to make them work for it. We're going to start them wall to wall on the right side. Let's go overtime, baby. Oh, I forgot to make a mark here, sorry. Okay, now I can max it up. I know we're in grandma mode here. Absolutely not. He said absolutely yes. Well, that doesn't feel fair. That was some human intervention. That didn't feel. Oh, they're not even facing the right way again. I keep forgetting. Okay, now we're good. It was clearly meant to be. And let's get into it. 2.6 miles per hour. Again, that Porsche really loving that side. Oh, and the Leaf sacrifices itself. The whites are going to the next round to take out that Aston Martin. That was wild. We're burning some rubber on the asphalt today, ladies and gentlemen. And we are officially in the second round. I'm going to grab another tissue real quick. My nose is super runny. Drink some water. This stream brought to you by water. Go drink some. I'll give you guys some eye candy. And we're back. Let's see here. What did we miss? What did we miss? I love Pagani. I live nearby one of the 6 Pagani dealerships. No way. That's so cool. We went through, Victoria took me through Irvine one time, and she took me to, it was one of the dealerships there. She took, like, so there's a strip in Irvine that's like a luxury car dealership strip, and they had, like, the Porsche, the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris, the Bugattis, just all in a line. It was so cool getting to drive by and see all the supercars. Yeah, the reverse series is fun. But yeah, you always gotta stop and admire, because it's like art, man. It is legitimately like art. Yeah, if you're ever out in California near LA County or Orange County, all that stuff, definitely go hit up the Peterson Car Museum. You would love it. They've got all kinds of cool stuff just hanging out. It's really like a fine art museum, because like while you know there's museum curators and stuff making sure you're not fooling around. Like, you technically can reach out and touch the cars. Obviously don't do that, but it's that kind of a museum where it is just all on display, and it's really, really, really cool if you're into cars. Big stall out from the BMW with a nice little recovery almost there at the end. Comes flying on back. Does get stuck on the guardrail a little bit there. We're going to have to nudge him off a little bit. Same with the Ford. We actually have quite a few of them stuck. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. 2.5, 2.6. 2.7. The Ford GT and the T12 both really favoring that side there, but this could be catastrophic for them. The Ford is stuck in a pit with the T12. This could be bad. All right, they break free. They are all over the place. They pit the T12. The Ford GT, absolutely tired of his teammates' antics, pits his own teammate out of this race. That was wild, ladies and germs. We're going to 4 miles per hour. Massive spin out from the Jesco, goes straight over that line. Fairly certain, though. Oh no, the Quattro's really not cheating. Wow. A lot of play on that rail, and the blue team does take that victory with the Quattro and the Ford GT. The Quattro right over the starting line. And they're going to the finals. It's going to be the blues versus the whites. What is on-screen celebration? What the hell is that? Wait, did you just give me biddies? I'm so confused. Oh yeah, you've been down to go to the Peterson? Definitely worth it. Yeah, if you're just down in that area. Even if you want to go on vacation, it's a place that, like, I would say just for that, I would go there. But, you know, there's all kinds of fun car museums. I just like museums in general. Art museums I could take or leave, but But you take me to a history museum or any kind of like automotive museum like that, man, I'm having a good time. I've always wanted to go overseas and go see um, like English armory museums, or like the same with like Japan. I want to see all that stuff. It'd be really neat. Without delay, though, we are at the season finale, or sorry, the race finale of the Reversal Series with the whites versus the blues. Let's give a quick shout out to all of our cars on the track tonight. We have the Fantasy T12, the Audi Quattro, and the Ford GT, followed by, on the white team, the Nissan Leaf, the McLaren Speedtail. I think I'm getting that name right. The McLaren, yeah, McLaren Speedtail. That is a funky car. The Ford GT, and the 911 Porsche. I'm going to go ahead and get my music going again, though. If you're curious about what music I'm listening to, it's all created on a site called Suno. It's free. You own all the copyrights to whatever you generate. Hot Wheels, I know, Overslayer. Ah, Hot Wheels! After this race, we're going to do one more. We're going to do one more color series. Unless anyone has any other series they would like to try out. I don't think we really have a brand series we could do. We have a lot of Fords. We have like maybe 2 Nissans in the mix. There's just not really enough to do those kind of series. Like we can tally it up though once we're done with this final race. Without delay though, let's get into the last race for the reverse series. Bad stall out there for the T12. They cannot recover. They're gone. Big spin out from the Nissan Leaf as well. A rough go of it indeed. Now that Audi Quattro can sit so comfortably in this race just because, and the Ford GT goes down, the Audi Quattro has such an advantage in this race that unless someone can kick him off that starting line, because he's not technically hooked on it, but he is using it for that stability that it gives, which is not against the rules. We're going to 4 miles per hour though. The McLaren Speedtail has had a rough night tonight, and they are already trying to sacrifice their opponent for whatever ungodly reason. Yeah, some fishtailing going on up there by the Quattro. We're going to try to get him. Yeah, he's not hooked on there. Yeah, he's just chilling. I mean, kind of. I don't know if he's like getting hooked a little bit. There he goes. There we go. Now we got some action. See, that's what I mean. That's how you know he's hooked on the starting line, but that is going to be a DQ for him because he is just such a fishy little racer because again, like once he's hooked on that starting line, yeah, there's a little spot on there where he kind of gets stuck on it a little bit. So we're going to reset this race. We are going to force him to start it going forward. We're going to put all the racers towards the left side of the thing because they are all favoring the right side of the track. And we're going to hop into it. Hello, Tori, indeed. Hello, over. So we're going to jump back into this next one. The Audi Quattro has been kind of a dirty racer today, but we're willing to look past it. It's not their fault. They're just born that way. Clarence Speedtail needing to find some stability. The Audi Quattro with a full spin out, and I would say that was a fair victory to the white team. And that is their race tonight. So, tonight in our color series, the first race goes to the red team, the second race going to the orange, and the third race we've had tonight to the whites. We got one more series we're going to run through, and then we're going to have a special race at the end, so don't miss out on that. So, without further delay, let's get our winners on the track so you can see who just won that race, who all got it. We got the Porsche 911, the McLaren Speedtail, and the Nissan Leaf is somewhere around here. I don't know where it went, though. There he is. He had a nasty wipeout that last game. He did quite a few flips once he left the track. So the way that we have this set up, there are water bottles keeping the yarn anchored. That way, anytime it needs tightening up, I literally just pull the water bottle and I just spin it a little bit, and that adds more tension on the guardrails there. But sometimes, they go flying off, they hit the water bottle, and, they bounce off of it. But, again, those are our winners for that series. Let's get started with the next one, though. So, we're going to open it up to the Misfits. The Misfits are not really related to any specific color faction. They are simply drivers without a team because we needed 8 cars in this 8 teams in this series to work. So they're what we got. That's why we call them the Misfits, because we literally don't have any other colors. Yeah. If I had one more black car, so here's the thing. We could do a black team. We could do a black car team. It's just we would be using so the problem is we have these guys, right? So this is the Knight Rider, and this is a Dodge Challenger. The problem is with these cars, not only are they very heavy, so they put a lot of stress on that guardrail there, but they have rubber wheels. And I'll give you guys a quick, just kind of show. This guy's just for looks. I'll show you guys the loser team here. That's what I usually call them, is the loser box. That's why they always stay on the side. They're the eye candy. So this was a knockoff one from a different company. It was Maisto, I believe. Very poor quality wheels, so it's just not able to really race properly. Yeah, it's like the wheels weren't really made for actually doing anything. It's weird. Yeah, it even struggles getting to the starting line. Yeah, you show him Knight Rider. But yeah, we'll I'll show you guys kind of why they're on the bench. So we'll let them have their own little race. I mean, we could swap out the Misfits for them, or do you guys like the Misfits? Yeah, I didn't even... Come on. Come on. At least show them that you're garbage. 2.2. Yeah, and they just... Again, those rubber wheels just cannot handle this track. Maybe? I mean, I guess not any more or less than the other cars. You know what? We'll do a black team. We'll do a black team. Why not? It's probably going to be a cluster frick, but unless you guys want to keep the Misfits, I'm fine with that too. Your friend is in London right now. Nice. I'm going to tell him to check out one of the armories. No way. That's so cool. I want to go to those too. All right. You know what? Yeah, we'll swap out the Misfits. We'll have a black team this game, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, if you're curious why he's sitting over there, it's because he can't really race. We got it for Victoria because she liked him that he was green. So we always got him front of center. And of course, tonight we haven't really had a lot of words from Reese's Pieces Teddy Bear. Reese's Pieces Teddy Bear, would you like to weigh in on tonight's races? Let's see Reese's Pieces Teddy Bear a little better there. Yeah, I'll let Reese's Pieces Teddy Bear take it away while we get set up for the next one. So we're going to start this one off with, let's do yellows and reds. We'll do yellows and reds first. I'm like, my brain's not working. Okay, yeah, because it's about my bedtime, but I do want to finish the series out. Finish this stream strong, baby. So, on the yellow team again, if you need a refresher, that's fine. We got the Porsche 911, we got the Koenigsegg Jumeirah, and the Honda 73 Honda Civic. I really need to stop saying 911 on my video. I'm going to get demonetized. It's fine. I'll get over it. We got the RS 2000 and the Bugatti. Bro, honestly though, YouTube's like flagging system is weird, because I have streams where I swore like a sailor, and then I have streams where I might have let like one or two many swears get out, and I feel like I didn't even swear that much on those, and those are the ones that get limited. It's super weird. The auto detection can get a little finicky. I've noticed streams that don't have music, a lot of the time those are the ones that get flagged because the AI has an easier time understanding you. And also streams that have AI generated music, because the copyright has nothing to look for in terms of the music, so it's like less likely to be flagged. It's just background noise. Give me the idea, lol. I had no idea they had those museums. Yeah. Man, they got a museum for everything these days. There's a museum for animal dicks. We'll let that sink in while we start our first race with red versus yellow. Almost stalled out there with the Bugatti. That was a little scary. We're going right to max speed though. I want the heat on early. 73 Honda Civic, tries to pit, succeeds, takes himself out. Down goes the RS2000 and everything else. The Koenigsegg is the champion, the Jumeirah, the king. Yellow's going on to the next round. That was a brutal race. You know what? That'll be tonight's theme with this series. Every race, max speed immediately. No hesitation, no surrender, just pain. We're gonna see some carnage. Your channel has been terminated. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and have the debut. We're gonna do the black team versus the blue team. So Knight Rider. Knight Rider's an interesting one because it has that lip there with the car, but it doesn't seem like it wants to get stuck. You know what I mean? Like, it'll drive over it just like any of the other cars will, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna get stuck like some of the other cars do. But on our teams tonight, on our black team, we have the Dodge Challenger, the Knight Rider T-Top, and the Nissan Silva from the Neon Speedsters edition. A lot of really cool cars in the Neon Speedsters collection. A lot of really good, cool pieces. So next up, though, we got our race here with the Audi Quattro, the Ford GT, and the Fantasy T12. Let's get it. Straight to max speed, baby. A lot of paint getting traded here. The Knight Rider goes down, followed by the Quattro, and the black team takes it. The black team defeats the blue team. Was not expecting a win quite like that tonight. Absolutely incredible performance by the black team. They said, all right, you gave us a shot. We're coming out swinging. Final race of the evening. Let's freaking go, dude. The blue team clearly gassed from tonight's antics. That's okay. There's always next Tuesday. And would you guys like to see more Hot Wheels streams? I'll do them. I love doing this. I definitely don't mind. I'm always down to race some Hot Wheels live. So every stream I try to improve something. I try to improve something even just a tiny bit. Next up, let me make sure to mark that in my journal here. Versus new. Alrighty, next up we got the whites versus the oranges. So on our white team, that is again the Porsche 911. What exact? It's the Porsche 911 Rally. Got it. It's got stuff on the roof. It looks really cool. Rough Roads Porsche 953. Heck yeah. It must be modeled after a rally car. That's really cool. Possibly, I might be. It's spelled R-A-L-L-Y-E. Is this supposed to be rally? I don't think that's how you spell it. I don't know. Rally. So yeah, the whites versus the oranges. Let's get it. Now the Jesko, we have seen an incredible performance tonight from them. The BMW, same as always, and the Tesla Roadster, the wild card that everybody loves until recently. The Tesla Roadster didn't do it, you guys. Leave the Tesla. Be nice to the Tesla Roadster. It's not his fault. He can't help what he is. Regardless, we're jumping into it. No stall outs there. Nice clean start. We love to see it right to max speed. Put the paint on early. The Jesko tripping out almost every other driver, taking themselves out with it. The Nissan Leaf with a nice little celebration drive, shifting lanes there. That is a win for the white cars. They're going on to round 2. And that leaves us with our final race of round 1. We're going with the grays. On the gray team, we have the classic Aston Martin. We got the Lotus Esprit S1. We got the Fiat 500. And on the other team, the green RS2000, the Lotus Type 49, and the green Aston Martin Vantage. Let me get these drivers out of the splash zone. No unnecessary damage around here. These cars are here for a long time and a good time. Yeah, let's write that one, the last one. Again, there's a second there. I forgot. I forgot who won that last one for a sec. And I was like, all right, I gotta look at the notebook. Who won? Who won it? I'm missing 2 cars. Oh, okay, there's the Jesco. Jesco clearly throwing a tantrum tonight that he lost. Oh, where's the Leaf? That's my Oh, I don't want to talk about it. Can y'all tell that I'm tired? Hello, Swarm. Oh, hey, Swarm. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. Yeah, I know this doesn't really look like a Bannerlord, does it? I have never seen Hot Wheel cars have rubber wheels. Yeah, it's very rare. It seems like it's kind of a reserve thing for kind of higher end editions of Hot Wheels. Because this one was like $8. This one was not cheap. Yeah, brand new at Walmart. I don't remember where I got this guy. But he was like one of the first Hot Wheels I bought when I did start collecting. He sat on my desk for a very long time. And now he is one of the poster childs for Hot Wheels racing. So, without further delay, the grays versus the greens. Right to max speed here. The Fiat 500, a full spin out, followed by the other gray cars. And that's it. The greens are going to the next round. Normally these races don't end this quick, but the theme of race 4, because it's 4 and 4 miles per hour is the max speed of our treadmill, that's why we're going max speed on everything right now. So that was the greens versus the grays. The grays are out, and we're moving to round 2. So let's get these drivers situated here. The Type 49 really struggling in this series. They're kind of not made for the game, clearly, but they need a green car, and they're always going to perform better than the Mustang. So we just got to give it to them. Not the boss, not the 69 Mustang, just this guy. He's not really made for it. He's just there for looks. Anyways, we're going to do the whites versus the yellows. Actually, no. We're doing the whites versus the blacks. Oh yeah. We're getting racist, baby. No, I'm joking. No, please, Papa YouTube, no. But yeah, we're going the whites and the blacks. Let's get it. Maximum speed here. Nice clean start. A little bit of a stall out there from the Porsche. Again, max speed, baby. That's the name of the game. Max speed. Who's going to be? Big spin out from the Porsche, followed by the Silvia. And that is a technical stoppage there. The Charger will be coming back on the track as the fishtail did get stuck out of bounds, which calls for technical stoppage. As soon as it's noticed, I do try to take note of where everyone is. But as soon as they're in that gap, that's a stop. And so anything that happens after that, I do try to cancel out. But we're going to finish this one out with the whites versus the blacks. Needs an engine rebuild, it does. The Dodge Challenger falling back there. Can't quite find the stability, and down they go. The whites do have it. I'm not making any more jokes about that. I value my channel way too much. It was a good race. Throw me away. Oh, God. Okay. All right, now we're going to throw it down between the greens and the yellows, shall we? Now, I think the biggest weight on these drivers' teams, just specifically talking about the green team, is that Type 49. They have really struggled tonight, and I think a lot of it has to do with those exposed wheel wells. Now, a lot of the times, the lighter cars that cannot quite maintain pace, if they can, they like to shift to the left or the right ropes, and that does help them stay on. But because of those exposed wheel wells, they can't do that here. They don't have, there's no part of the car they can get to grip on the yarn. But without further delay, let's get into the next race, shall we? Sounds I know. Maybe I just should have stuck with the Misfits. A massive crash out, and the yellows have it. Very quick race, that one. right. And we are down to the finals. We got the yellows versus the white cars. Now, of course, the yellows, this would be their first win tonight. This would actually be their first time qualifying into this league. They have always been eliminated in round 1. This is the first time they've managed to make it to not only round 2, but into the finals now as well. Screen has been eliminated. Yeah, this is not only their first time in round 2, but this is their first time in the finals. The white team, of course, this will be their second win if they do get it together. The white cars having performed fairly decent in the past. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see here. We'll get all city spaghetti. Alright, ladies and germs. This is the finale of race number 4. Let's see how it goes. Nice clean start by everybody there. I'm going to give actually a quick stoppage. We're going to reset really fast. The Speedtail was kind of in a rough position there. We started them ever so slightly back from the starting line. I don't think that was a very fair start. So when we do things here, we like to do it right. And we did right by our driver there. So we're going to go ahead and jump it to max speed. Let's see who wins. Number 4. Big spin out there. The Speedtail, the only one left. The Porsche, a full spin out. And that is the Yellow's first victory of the Color Series. That is incredible. Congratulations to the Yellow team, baby. Well, sweet. So we got one more race tonight, and so what we're going to be doing, we're going to pull a car from every single team. We're going to pull one car from every team, and we are going to race them in a winner holds all end of stream race. Sign up to get new notifications about the new Hot Wheels Ferrari collab. Perfect timing for a new collab. I've been checking out some Hot Wheel Elite Ferraris from the early 2000s. Heck yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, I'm excited for the Ferrari collection. It's going to be really cool. So we're going to pick the best drivers from these lots. Honestly, the Porsche 911 has done a really great job tonight. We're going to add him. We're going to pull the Nissan Leaf from the white team. We're going to pull the Koenigsegg Jesko. We're going to pull the Ford GT. These are our titans tonight, our best performing racers. The green RS2000, the Mustang, yeah, the classic. I wasn't sure between him and the Bugatti. Honestly, y'all pick. Do y'all think that the red cars should be the red RS2000, the Bugatti, or the Mustang? I honestly don't know for that one. They all did pretty well tonight. For the black cars, we are going to be pulling out the Knight Rider. And for the gray cars, we're going to let the Fiat 500 come out to play. Alright, I'm going to let the ads finish on Twitch, and then we'll do like a big boy timer. Yeah, I think that's one car from every team, though. Yeah, one car. Yeah, we're good to go. Yeah, we just need a pick on the red cars, and then we're pretty much all set. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I'm so tired. No, but it's good though, because I got my interview in 12 hours technically, so that gives me plenty of time to like wind down and sleep, and it gives me lots of time in the morning to get ready as well, because I like getting places 15 to 30 minutes early. Because your boy does not like being late, because you know what? If you're on time, like, alright, here's my rule. If you're late, you're fired. If you're on time, you're late. If you're 15 minutes early, you're on time. If you're 30 minutes early, you're early. That's how you do it. So, okay, yeah, now 1 minute on the clock. Which of the red cars should be joining us for the final race here for the teams? We got left, right, middle, Mustang, excuse me, Bugatti, and the RS2000. What do you hear? What do you say? What do you guys want to see end out this race with us? Reese's Pieces Bear, I'm gonna turn it over to you. What are you thinking? Here, I'll put him up here just so you guys can see him a little better. That's Reese's Pieces Bear. He's my co-host. And that is it. We will be having the new kid, the Bugatti. Actually, no, we'll stick with our original choice. We'll go with the Fjord Mustang. All right, and that's our lineup for our final color race this evening. We got the Ford Mustang. We got the Porsche 911. We got a whole ass pen on the track. We got the Green RS 2000, the Nissan Leaf, the Knight Rider T-Top. We got the Jesko, the Ford GT, and the Fiat 500. Let's finish it out strong. Let's finish it out good. We're going to start this one off nice and easy. We want a nice, long, clean race here. So we're going to jump it to 1.8. We want our drivers to have a chance to, you know, say their goodbyes tonight. 2.3. A lot of instability there from the Nissan. He's not really able to get anywhere because he's sandwiched between the Knight Rider on that right side. The Knight Rider, too heavy. You just can't shove him out of the way like you can with some of these other vehicles. Going at 2.9. The Knight Rider yielding that position, though. The Leaf goes down, followed by the Fiat, followed by the Ford, the Jesko. It's a bloodbath. The Mustang and the Porsche. We're left with the Knight Rider and the Green RS 2000, who will be taking the win tonight. The Knight Rider really not wanting to give it in. And the Knight Rider, the bench warmer for the last two Hot Wheels streams, takes the last race. He takes his first win ever. Congratulations to the Knight Rider. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. That was a really fun stream. I really appreciate it. Thanks again to my sister, dude. This, like, I want to put all these new cars out again just so you guys get a nice look at them before we go. These just look incredible. This whole series that she got for me is amazing. They did this one real good. A little bit closer there. Going to round up all of our wipeout racers here. Just an incredible, like, race day in general. I had so much freaking fun. It was so nice meeting you, Andre, and thank you, Varian, for popping in. Thank you. Where's that other fella? Came in and said hi. Jolo Morales, I really appreciate you hanging out with me as well. Big W race. Yeah, the Knight Rider taking its first win. Clearly upset about being a bench warmer as long as it's have, I say, as I put him back on the bench. I'm out about it. No, maybe we could talk about getting him back in. So that is our new Racers collection. I think is that 10. That's 9. We're missing somebody. Who are we missing? Uh-oh. At least I think that's 9, right? Yeah, that's 9. That's the Leaf. I'm like, all right. If I can look at it, can I tell who's missing? At first glance, I don't think so. Ah, here he is. Yeah, this guy just blends into the background, man. The McLaren Speedtail. So, again, that is the Type 49 Lotus, the Bugatti Chiron 2016 model, the Lamborghini Huracan, I believe. Centauro. Oh, I was very off. Yeah, the Centauro Roadster, the Lotus Spirit, the McLaren Tail something, Speedtail, I think that's what it is. The yellow Porsche 911, this is also for me, the GMC, GMA, I think. It's either GMC or GMA T50, the classic Aston Martin, the white 911, and the Jesko. The Jesko, just an absolute beast tonight, dude. He came to play. That is a vicious racer right there. But, again, guys, thank you. W stream, indeed. Nothing but W's. W viewers, I appreciate you guys so much. If you guys like this, don't forget to drop me a like and a sub. And also, I have my Discord linked in my bio, I think. Let me fact check that real quick. I think it's actually in the description of every video, though, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if you guys ever want to hang out with me, if you ever see me hanging out my server, pop on in. Let's chat. Let's talk Hot Wheels. Let's talk video games. Let's talk life. But, yeah, I appreciate it. We're going to head on over to Twitch here. We're going to go raid out to somebody. And we got... We're going to raid out to Apicor. He's playing Elden Ring. Don't forget to stay hydrated. As Lord knows, I do. Alright guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Centenario. 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 Alright, we're sending the raid on over, and I will see you later, YouTube peeps. Thank you guys so much.